Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. Buccaneers Stadium, the Calallen Wildcats, and the Miller Buccaneers. One of the most anticipated games of the year. It is finally here, and we are so much looking forward to giving you the broadcast. This is going to be one heck of a football game. Alan Harwell here with you, along with my broadcast partner tonight, Patrick Johnstone. Patrick, it's your second broadcast here on the Game Night South Texas. You couldn't have picked a better one. I'm telling you, this is a game that people have had circled on the calendar for a long, long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, Alan, and just doing some research about these teams. It's going to be a fun game, a lot of high-flying offense I'm expecting. We got Calallen on the ground. We got Miller put a lot of points on the board, so I'm expecting a lot of offense in this one.
All right, we are certainly looking forward to this football game, and the Calallen Wildcats are going to kick off. So let's set the scene for you as we look down on the field. Yes, it is a little bit wet. We've got drizzle tonight. The temperature 63 degrees, wind blowing out of the north at 13. There's a 30% chance of more rain later this evening. But right now, we're going to have a little bit of damp weather. Without a doubt, we got a big crowd tonight. Miller's side completely sold out. Calallen's side is almost sold out. Of course, we have limited capacity at only 50%. So anyway, Kiesnick will kick off for the Wildcats as we are underway. Game Night South Texas, brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. It's a deep kick, and they're going to bring it out of the end zone. 5, 10, 15, 20-yard line. So the Buccaneers will start at the 20-yard line, and that was McCullum Williams, their stud running back, who brought back that opening kickoff. So, Patrick, here we go. Two high-flying teams. The Buccaneers, they average 56 points a game, going up against a very good Calallen defense. They've only given up 20 points in the last 3 weeks. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we're excited to see how this game starts out. Very highly anticipated first drive. Let's see what we got.
All right, so Andrew Body, their decorated all-time quarterback, is out there in the shotgun. And he'll hand it off. And that is Ethan Greenwood, the man who powers his way for a lot of yards throughout this season so far. Picks up about 1.5 yards on his first carry. So he is the guy that will carry the football for the tough yards, and they like McCullum, who is their home run hitter. And then, of course, Andrew Body, he's got such talented receivers to throw to. So right now it is 2nd and 7 for the Bucs. It's Andrew Body back looking. Got a man, and it's complete, and that's a first down for the Miller Buccaneers.
And that was Lonnie Adkisa. He's one of the top receivers on this team. And look for Miller to be airing this ball out because, like you said, Body's a great quarterback, and got to use that on count.
All right, so the Buccaneers get a first down. 1st and 10 from their own 33. Ethan Greenwood gets slammed to the ground by a very good tackle by the Wildcats. And Greenwood was still able to pick up about 3 yards. Rock and sock'em football here from the get-go.
It looks like they're taking Greenwood out. Looks like they're bringing Williams in. Their speed back coming in and out, and the main guy.
All right, so 2nd and 7. Andrew Body's thrown for over 10,000 yards in his career, and he'll keep it on the ground. There's nowhere to go, and he may have actually got maybe 1 yard or 2. So that's going to set up about a 3rd and 5. I was curious how soon that Miller would come out and throw the ball deep, because that's what they like to do, Patrick. They like to put the ball in the air, and they like to put it in the air a lot.
Yeah, and Body's helmet came off that play, so he's got to come out for a 3rd down play. They got to bring in the backup. That's Jaden Brown, a freshman coming in, looks like, for this big 3rd down play on the first drive. Let's see how this one goes.
We saw Jaden Brown in the season opener against Toloso Midway. He played very well. He played the second half of that game, so he comes in now on a huge 3rd and 5 play. And this is McCullum. No, yeah, it is McCullum Williams. Nowhere to go. And I believe we're going to have a penalty on
the play.
Was it holding maybe by the Buccaneers? Another helmet, by the way, comes flying off.
Yeah, that's actually the 3rd time the helmet's come off. Calallen on the first play, one of the defenders had their helmet come off. So that's something to keep an eye on. Maybe this mist that we've got going on is loosening these helmets, but that's very odd to see 3 helmets come off in the first couple of plays.
This is a huge call here. By the way, the officiating crew tonight is from the Rio Grande Valley. So we've got a neutral officiating crew here this evening. Still waiting on the call to see who it's against. line judge is talking to Coach Evans. And it's going to go against the Calallen Wildcats. Okay.
That's a huge penalty.
Boy, it really is,
Is that a
because
face mask?
I believe it is. And that's huge because Calallen had them stopped. They were going to force them to punt.
Yeah.
And now Miller gets new life now on the 47-yard line. You don't want to give the Buccaneers too many chances because they will burn you.
And now Body's back in under center.
And he wants to go deep. This is what they do. We got a man open, and it's a catch. No, in and out of the arms of Lonnie Atkinson. He's a young man, Patrick, we talked to earlier this week. He was so fired up for this one, he wasn't sure he was going to be able to sleep the night before the ball game.
And he had to come back a little bit for that ball, but that was some good coverage by Cade Wood on the defense. Got his arm just kind of across his chest and forced the incompletion there.
All right, so it's 2nd and 10 now for the Buccaneers from their own 47. Body back, and he'll go, got a man, and that is Atkinson again, and that's another Miller first down.
Excuse me, on the catch for the Miller Buccaneers, number 7.
Just a quick look, like a back route. He had a lot of separation. You gotta, when he gets that deep ball, the play before, now you gotta respect the speed, and then you just come back and you do an in route.
All right, so the Buccaneers have scripted this one just the way they wanted. They're able to move the chains, get some first downs. And this time it's Ethan Greenwood. Ethan, he's a tough runner up the middle. He'll get about 5. If you just joined us, we're in the first quarter. 9 minutes to play. Miller just got the ball to start the game. They've moved the ball from their own 20-yard line, now down to the Calallen 29-yard line. Two of the best teams in all of South Texas going head-to-head tonight. So Andrew Body in the shotgun. And he's a really good runner, and you can see right here he's going to pick up the first down. He takes a pretty good hit, and then he runs out of bounds, and that's another Buccaneer first down.
First down for the Buccaneers.
Like Body there. You don't know if he's going to pass it or throw. He did a play action, and I kind of thought he was going to pass it, but then he tucks the ball and he just goes for the run and gets the first down.
And there is mist coming down in this game. We'll show you a good shot here in a little bit up in the lights. You can see the mist coming down, but I'm sure that's got to play a factor on keeping this ball dry. Body going, got a man open in the end zone, and that is a Miller touchdown.
And that's a Kism. He goes up and he gets the catch over the defender to get the first points of the game.
Lonnie Atkinson, nice catch there, defended by Justice McClure, but Atkinson gets the catch. And then you see the mist coming down. It's getting thicker as this game progresses, so we'll see how that will keep a dry football out there. We could have a few turnovers tonight. You never know because of the wetness of the football. So Miller comes out, they score on their opening drive. The extra point is up, and it is good. So they drive 80 yards in a little over 2 minutes. You see the time there, 8:38 to play here in the first quarter. Miller strikes first, 7-zip. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas, back with Calallen's opening possession. Right after this.
Wildcat 0. Taking out for the Buccaneers will be number 88, Caden Shed. D2C for the Wildcats, number 4.
All right, welcome back to Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas, live high school football from Buccaneer Stadium. The Miller Buccaneers drive at 80 yards, and they score to take the early 7-0 lead. So now it's Calallen's turn to get the football. Caden Shed will kick off for the Buccaneers. And it's a short kick, and the Wildcats call for a fair catch, and they will get excellent field position to start the ball game at around the 32-yard line. So here come the Wildcats And they are led by their very talented quarterback, Tarek Hickman. He's just a junior. Very good running quarterback.
Number 88, Jacob Arnold.
Well, this is definitely a running team. As everyone knows, they average 46 carries per game, over 300 yards on the ground, and they're averaging 7.1 yards per carry. That's incredible to say that they can keep that up over a 6-game stretch.
Well, number 34, Jeremiah Earls, is the main ball carrier. He's had a big year. He's coming off an ankle injury, but he told me this week that he feels 100%. And here he comes, and there's nothing there, and he's going to lose a couple of yards. Earls had a big game earlier this year, Patrick, against the Churtons, and he ran for 310 yards.
I think I've run for 310 yards total in my lifetime, so that's pretty impressive.
He is certainly very capable. Calallen will be in no hurry tonight. They're going to run clock, keep the ball away, limit Miller's possessions. 2nd and 12 now. Tarek Hickman under center, and this time that is Marvin Beasley, and there's nowhere for Marvin Beasley to run. And so far, Miller pounding away at that Calallen rushing attack.
They did a good job of sealing the edge there. If he got around to the corner, there's a chance that he was gone, at least probably going to get a first down, maybe more. So to get that tackle is huge, and now it's a 3rd and long, and they need to get a first down here to keep momentum.
Well, the Wildcats, they don't throw the ball a lot. They are definitely in a passing situation right now, but they're going to give it to Jeremiah Earls, and boy, just a whole slew of Buccaneers is there. He'll lose another 3, so the running game has not shown up yet for the Wildcats on their opening drive, so the Buccaneers are going to force a 3 and out.
Yeah, and that was Albert Livingston, the senior outside linebacker, making that play. He hurdled the blocker and just met him in the backfield, and now it's a punting play, and Miller, you don't want them to have the ball in their hand. They score so many points in the game that you want to limit their chance on offense.
Colin Kiesnick with the punt. And he's going to get the Cats are going to get a really good roll here. It's going to go all the way down to the 24-yard line. So the Buccaneers will start at their 24. We're used to Miller, Patrick, scoring like in just 2 or 3 plays, but they kind of did it the old-fashioned way on the last drive. They ran the ball and they threw the ball. They were very multiple in their first possession, pretty much 50-50 run and pass.
And except for that touchdown, they didn't really break off any big chunk plays, except for if you want to include the penalty. They were getting yardage gains of maybe 6 yards to kind of chip away at the Calallen defense.
Well, let's see what they do here. They have a tendency to come out on that first play and just throw it deep. Let's see if they do it here. And Body is going to get sacked. There was simply nobody open.
Looks like he was for Adrian Lloyd on his left, but he was just covered up and he had to tuck it, and then he got met by the defensive line.
Donovan Eigelhard, one of many that hit on the tackle. Had a chance to talk with Donovan earlier this week, and he told us on Chris 6 Sports on Wednesday night that we got to put pressure on Body. We can't give him any chance to, any time to throw, or he'll kill us on every play. All right, here we go now. It's 2nd and 16. Body this time. He'll go deep down the right line, sideline. 2 men covering Atkinson, and Atkinson, did he come up with it? He did catch the football. There were 2 players right on top of him.
That was just an incredible catch by Atkinson. He was double covered and double covered well, but he just went up and he caught it, and they're calling it a catch.
All right, Miller to the hurry up here. Looks like it's McCullen Williams this time. Yeah, that was an amazing catch by Atkinson. Again, as you said, he had 2 cats all over him, but the ball was delivered only where he could catch it. And that's what Andrew Body does. Very accurate quarterback. He's proven that over his career at Miller High School. So now 2nd and 7, and Body will take off. And he's trying to find some running room, and he is. 40, 35, 30. 25-20, he might take it to the house, and he's going to get shoved out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Body was stopped maybe 2 or 3 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, but he pulled it off. It looks like a flag on the play. That's not surprising. The Calallen sideline was calling for a hold. It looked like Damari Lister, the freshman wide receiver. He might have held the defender out in the open field. We'll see what the call is.
They are walking backwards, so Looks like you're going to be correct on that call.
Yeah, Lister just had his arms around the defender. You can't really do that. If you push off, maybe Body can make a man miss, but even so, that was a big gain without Lister getting that hold. So a killer penalty there.
Andrew Body is so talented because, you know, he throws a great football, but he can also just take off and run. So he can do it all. All right, with the penalty now, they're going to bring it back to all the way back to about the 34-yard line. And this is McCullen Williams, and McCullen will pick up about 3.
Another chunk play gained by the Bucs. And if they can keep moving the ball like they are right now, then it's really going to create problems for Calallen on defense.
Brings up 2nd and 4 for the Buccaneers.
Wildcats, of course, are led by Coach Chapman. Steve Campbell, their very talented defensive coordinator. And he said he's put together a good game plan. This is Body. He throws it out to Williams. Williams on the catch. And Williams is going to dive for the first down. I believe he may have gotten it.
Looks like he was maybe just a bit short from where the ref is marking it. I thought he had the line.
On the tackle for the Wildcats, number 3.
Well, they are moving the chains now, so it looks like they're going to call it a first down.
All right, and the Bucs are already ready to snap it. They like to play fast. So now here they are threatening to score again on their second possession. After marching 80 yards on their opening drive to take the early 7-0 lead, then they came out. The defense did their thing. They forced Calallen to a 3-and-out. Body with the pass. It's a catch, and that is Lister. And Lister will make it to about the 22-yard line.
And Miller's really mixing up the play calling really well right now. They're doing short passes, they're doing long passes, they're running it, they're keeping it with the quarterback. So really keeping the Calallen defense on their toes, and they're really moving the ball well in this first quarter.
And they're keeping the clock moving. They are definitely playing keep away from the Wildcats. Body's got a man in the end zone. Was it tipped? May have been tipped, or it may have kind of slipped out of his hand.
It definitely looked like it could have been tipped because he had a man open. He had Donovan Terrell in the end zone if he could hit him, but the ball just kind of fell a little short, so it was either a miscommunication or the ball was tipped.
This is a big third down play for the Calallen defense. Let's see if they can hold this Miller offense. You don't want to get you do not want to get down 2 scores against Miller. It's almost a kiss of death. All right, Body back, and he'll throw it again deep in the end zone, and it is a catch, but I believe he may have been out of bounds. Yep, that was Atkinson again.
Yeah, it looks like he just couldn't get his foot to land in bounds, but a great placed throw by Body again. Looked like he was going to go out, but he just tucked it in the line, and it was only where Atkinson could get it. He jumped in front of the cornerback, and then unfortunately just couldn't get his foot down.
All right, it's 4th down. They're going to go for it here. They need 7 yards. Big play, one of the biggest plays early in this ball game. Greenwood at the backfield. And Body is straight back. He'll throw, got a man wide open, Atkinson, and he's got the first down. Wow, how do you leave him so open there, Patrick?
Looks like the corner was turned around. He looked like he was ready to go to the end zone to defend that. And Atkinson just kind of did a little of a button hook kind of route, and he was just open because, again, when he's got the speed and he's been running a couple go routes, you got to respect that.
Greenwood, nowhere to go. Wildcats done a pretty good job on Greenwood so far. Greenwood did have a big carry early on, but pretty much they have bottled him up on the other rushing attempts.
I'm surprised they've been running Greenwood as much as they have, especially when they've got Williams, who is their star runner. He's got more yards on the season.
All right, Body this time will take it himself. Not a whole lot there unless he can turn the corner. Not much there. He gets maybe a yard. So now it's going to be 3rd and goal.
And the push on that play from the defensive line really forced the offensive line kind of into Body's running lane, and he really had no room to work there.
2 minutes, 57 seconds to play here in the first period. 7-0 Miller. Calallen's only had the ball once. They've only had 4 plays from scrimmage so far in this game.
It looks like we got press coverage for the Calallen defense.
Looked like Calallen may have moved a tad early.
I think that's on Miller. It looked like half the Miller offense was
all right,
moving.
So they were drawn off. That's a big penalty. But it does give those Miller receivers a little more room to run, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, but unfortunately, if they don't get this, then the question becomes, do you go for it on 4th and goal, or do you just kick the field goal?
Let's see what they're going to do now. It's 3rd and goal, and look at this formation. I have not seen this before. They are definitely spread out, and Calallen's going to say, you know what, we need to talk about this. There were only like 3 offensive linemen.
Yeah, they moved that around. Actually, it looks like maybe a tight end moved to the offensive line, and they had a couple guys out left. It reminds me of a play in the longest yard in the Adam Sandler version where they move everyone to one side, and in that case, they just tossed it to the running back and had a whole line of blockers. But who knows what they would have done there. And Calallen smartly called a timeout to try to regroup and game plan for it.
See a shot of the crowd. That's the Miller side. And, of course, with social distancing, very few. You can only sit really 4 together. And good-looking crowd over there. Calallen has a really good-sized crowd here. It would be bigger if their band was here along with their drill team, but non-CCISD teams are not allowed to bring the band, drill team, or cheerleaders to the games. But we'll have that Miller band, and the Miller drill team will show it to you at halftime.
And the Miller band's not that big, but they've been rocking out. I've been hearing them pretty clearly from across the way.
They're good. There's your clock, 2:43 to play. It's 3rd and goal from the 14. I imagine this is going to be 4-down territory for Miller. Rarely will attempt field goals, but you never know. Look for Body to throw this one in the end zone. Instead, he's going to throw it to a wide open Ethan Greenwood. He's going to stroll in for the easy score. Boy, he was wide open.
Well, you said Body might be going to the end zone, and that's exactly what the Calallen defense thought. They schemed that up, and then Greenwood just untouched right into the end zone. He was uncovered out of the backfield, just kind of slipped out there, and just an easy dump off for score. All
right, so the Buccaneers come out and score on their first 2 drives of the football game. Now it's Caden Shedd in now for the extra point. And the kick is up, and it is blocked. Got a chance to run this one back, but they're not gonna. So far, this has been a perfect game, except for that extra point attempt by the Miller Buccaneers. 2 touchdowns. Defense is playing really good. They're up 13-zip. 2:37 to play in the first quarter. You're watching Thomas J. Henry football live from Buccaneer Stadium. We're back with more after this.
The first quarter, former Vaca leads Colossaville 14-0. The first quarter, Beeville and Alice are tied at 7. We would like to take a moment to thank the coaches, directors, teachers, school administrators, and staff for the dedication to our student athletes during this uncertain time. It is through their leadership this game was made possible. Show your respect for them and the student athletes by following all recommended COVID-19 guidelines.
Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas. And well, we have really anticipated this game for a long, long time. The Miller Buccaneers taking on the Calallen Wildcats. You see the scoreboard. Miller's up 13-0. These 2 teams have met many times before, but Miller has never beaten Calallen. Calallen is 12-0 against the Buccaneers. But if Miller was ever going to beat Calallen, this would be the year. They've got the best team they've ever had to play Calallen. So let's see what happens. They're up early 13-zip. So Caden Shedd now on to kick it off. Last time he kicked it short. Let's see what they do this time. And he's going to kick it exactly like he did last time. And the Wildcats are going to call for the fair catch, and they're going to get great field position. They just want to avoid, I guess, Patrick, a long kickoff return by the Wildcats.
Yeah, when you've got so many guys that can run the ball, you got to figure they're also good kick returners. They're fast guys. So as long as you can keep the ball out of their hands, especially with a fair catch, you're hoping that you can hold them that distance that they would have got on the kick return. You're hoping that they can hold the team there.
Well, let's see how Calallen responds. They're down 13-zip. They didn't gain any yardage on their last possession. In fact, they lost 7 yards total on 3 consecutive running plays. So Tarek Hickman in, along with Jeremiah Earls in the backfield. Let's see what they dial up. And this is going to be Hickman that'll keep it, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see who moved early.
Timeout. Miller.
Oh, okay. So
Timeout.
Miller actually called timeout. They didn't like what they saw. So it's 2:33 to play in the first period. You'll see the scoreboard right there. Still have some drizzle. Patrick, you tell me, how bad is it? You're outdoors tonight. How bad is it?
It's actually gotten a little bit better since the start of the game. Looking in the lights, you can really tell how bad it is at any point. And really, when we got to kickoff, it was a little bit heavier, but now it's really a light dusting. And honestly, I don't even really feel it standing out here. I only know that it's still going because I can see it in the lights.
All right. Well, if it gets bad, you let me know.
I will, Alan.
We'll find you a spot here in the press box.
We'll go somewhere where we can get some cover. But for right now, we're doing good.
All right, here come the Cats. 1st and 10 now for their own 39-yard line. And Tarek Hickman is going to lose another yard. Well, the Wildcats have yet to gain a single yard in this game.
Yeah, that was a good defensive read on the option play. He went for the quarterback, and it was the right call. And like you said, they lose yardage on that. And this is not the start you want if you're Calallen.
Now, this is very unusual for a very good wing T offense. This is a team that's used to gaining a lot of yards early and often. Calallen usually can dictate how these games go, but so far they have not been able to muster any positive yardage.
Calallen had a substitution there that forced Miller to substitute on their defense. Looks like a going pass.
Hickman is going to try to throw the ball, but he is going to get sacked. He's going to lose the ball, and that was a tackle there by number 6, Taron Clay. Let's take a replay here.
Stop from the Buccaneers, number 6.
You can see Clay there. Oh, I see what happened. Okay,
yeah, that was
so
a good heads-up play. Maybe not the best decision by the quarterback there. He pitched it back to his running back as he was going down, hoping he can make a play. They ended up just losing a little more yardage on that. And now it's 3rd and 29 to go. And what do you do here for Calallen?
Well, for a team that doesn't like to throw the ball a lot, let's see what they do here. They are capable of throwing the ball. They usually have success, but in this situation, Hickman is going to roll around. He's going to throw it out to Beasley. And then Beasley's going to try to pick up a few yards, but he'll get to about the 20. So once again, the Wildcats are forced to punt. No first down. They're negative yardage so far. They've yet to gain any positive yardage on any play yet tonight.
And this is a disastrous start for the Wildcats in a game where we said it'd be a ton of offense for both squads. They haven't gotten a single yard. They've gone backwards. Now they're 2 scores down, and they're punting the ball yet again.
All right, looks like we're going to have a timeout. And Coach Evans is on the field. Not sure what he's questioning, but he's well out on the field. And he wants to talk to one of his players. So Colin Kieschnick is in to punt for the 2nd time tonight, and he'll kick to Atkinson, number 7. Atkinson, by the way, just a sophomore. He's going to be around for years to go. He may get a chance to return. Oh, it actually bumps up. He'll have to pick it up and run it now. And he'll pick up actually some good yardage.
That actually might have worked out. Oh, actually looks like a late hitting call out of bounds is coming in. That's really going to help Miller and set him in great field position with this ball.
Yeah, it's very unusual to see Calallen do that. But this is going to be a heated battle between both teams tonight. This may be the 15-yard variety. So they've already got good field position right now. So let's see what they call here. Again, these officials are from the Rio Grande Valley. Normally you have the Corpus chapters do the local games, but not tonight.
Grinder return. Personal foul. Late hit. Out of bounds. Number 5. Kick the team. 15 yards. Into the run. First down.
All right, you heard it right there. It's called on Colton Henson on the late hit out of bounds. That's a 15-yard penalty. And Miller is already in great field position, already up 13-0. Calallen's D has not been able to stop Miller so far. So here we go with Andrew Body in the backfield along with his running back, Ethan Greenwood. And the fake to Greenwood, the throw across the middle, and it's a little ahead of number 8, Donovan Terrell. That could have been a big strike.
Yeah, that's a very quick pass from Body. Looked like Terrell may have gotten a step, but it was just a little bit too in front of him. And for Miller, you'd love to be in this kind of situation after that penalty. They're inside the 40 to start with this ball, and now they're kind of playing with house money, up 2 scores with the ball and moving it well.
Well, they couldn't have scripted it any better than this. This is Body back, and he'll go around the right side, and it's Atkinson again. Well, they can just do that all night long. He's just wide open.
Yeah, yet again, he's got the comeback route, and he's a quick guy. He's been doing a lot of long routes, and when you get burned deep, you don't want to let that up. So if he just looks like he's going to go deep again and cuts back, it's tough to defend.
It's another first down. And then this time it's Ethan Greenwood with some tough running around the right side. He'll get shoved out of bounds about a yard or two shy of another Miller first down.
He bounced out of a couple tackles there and a good gain on first down.
Boy, you don't want to get down 3 scores to Miller. But boy, they have come to play tonight. This time it's McCullen Williams, their home run hitter, and he'll get it down to about the 5, and that is going to be the final play of the first period. It's been all Miller Buccaneers so far in this game. Complete total domination so far. They lead the Wildcats 13-0. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas, and we'll be back with the start of the second quarter right after this. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. We're live from Buck Stadium tonight, a key district showdown between the Buccaneers and the Calallen Wildcats. You've just joined us. We're about to start the second quarter, and the Buccaneers lead 13-0, and they're driving again. It's first and goal on the 5-yard line. This is their 3rd possession. They've scored on their first 2. And let's see what Andrew Body is going to draw up, and he draws up his own number, and some tough running, only a gain of maybe about a yard.
And interesting, they had McCullen Williams in the backfield there. Interesting that with how much they've been running Ethan Greenwood, that they're not going to bring him in for the goal line situation. He is the bigger runner.
Yeah, he's the guy that gets the tough yards. Second and goal. It'd be Andrew Body time again to take off and run. It's usually what he does when they get inside the 5. And no, this time it is Williams, and Williams is in for another Miller touchdown.
Yeah, just right up the middle there, and Calallen's really having a lot of trouble stopping Miller on offense, and now it's a 3-score game, and they really have to get their offense running, or this game is going to turn into a blowout quickly.
It certainly looks that way right now, and Miller is taking it to Calallen. in every aspect of this football game so far. So Caden Shedd in now for the extra point. His body will hold. And the kick is up, and it is good. So with 11:15 to play here in the second quarter, you see the score there. It's 20-0. Buccaneers dominating this game so far. Back with more right after this.
When it comes to sports injuries, there's no time for timeouts. The ER Reimagined. Physicians Premier ER. Around the corner, around the clock.
Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas on KDF TV. So glad you tuned in tonight. Live high school football. Alan Harlow with Patrick Constone. And the Buccaneers are jumped out to a 20-0 lead. They've scored on every possession. And so far, the Wildcats are 0 for 2 on their first 2 possessions. In fact, they have yet to gain 1 positive yard in this game. So let's see if they have any answers here. So Caden Shedd will kick off. He's kicked it short every time tonight. So let's see if he kicks it deep or if they're going to go short again. And this time they're going to kick it down to about the 14, 20, 25, 30. 35, 40, 45. That's a good run back by the Wildcats. Luke Smith. And I guess, Patrick, that's why the Buccaneers were not kicking it deep until now.
Yeah, that's exactly what you look to avoid. Smith almost broke that open for a touchdown, and that would be a huge momentum gain. But now they're starting only about 10 yards past where they were the last drive. And the last drive, they didn't risk any sort of a run back. So that's probably why the Bucs were doing that for the first couple of kickoffs. And maybe that was the right call.
Well, Calallen, again, negative yardage so far tonight. So they just need to get a few yards on first down so they can set up some manageable second and third down plays. And this is Hickman this time. And he is going to get some positive yards, and he'll pick up about 4. So that's a good start for the Wildcats on this possession.
Yeah, and that's just what you need. Just one positive play. Start stacking those plays, get a couple of first downs, and move the ball, possess this, run a little bit of the clock, get some momentum on your side.
Well, I know these fans on the Calallen side are just in shock right now. They did not expect this start in this game. 2nd and 5. Hickman is going to roll left. He'll take it, and he is going to get a first down. Well, look at him carry some would-be Miller Buccaneer tacklers, Patrick. That's the Wildcats' first down of the game, and it comes in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's very unexpected. If you would have told me that at the beginning of the game, I'm not sure I would have believed that was the case. And they don't have many rushing yards, which is what their staple is. And one of their games they lost this year, they only averaged 4 yards a carry, which some teams you would say that's pretty good. Not for this Calallen team. They are averaging 7 yards a carry on the season.
All right, so this is going to be Jeremiah Earls, and Jeremiah is going to pick up some big yardage. Look at him go. He's going to take it all the way in. That's a big run, 32 yards, and the Wildcats are back in it.
And this is what you expect to see from Calallen. And Earls there made a couple guys miss with his feet, and he cut back to the right side of the field, get himself open, and getting the touchdown, and that's exactly what Calallen needs. That's exactly what these fans wanted. And now they're on the board, and now they have a little bit of momentum, but now they still do have to get a stop on defense.
Man, it's like Calallen just all of a sudden hit the on button. They made that look so simple. That was not the same team we saw in the first quarter. Peacenik with the extra point. It's good. Wow. Calallen will make a game out of it after all. It's 20-7 now. 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. Back with more after this.
Your complete care is our priority at South Texas Bone and Joint. When you suffer an injury, are suffering from chronic pain, or have an orthopedic emergency, make us your first choice for restoring function and alleviating pain. Our board-certified staff works to promote the highest quality of outcomes for all of our patients, utilizing the latest techniques and technology to get you back on your feet and doing what you love. Don't let pain or injury stop you. Let us give you the tools for success, making your care our priority at South Texas Bone and Joint.
All right, welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. Calallen Wildcats are on the board. After a nice kickoff return, they drive it down the field in just 3 plays. And Patrick Johnstone, Jeremiah Earls with a 32-yard run, and it's now 20-7.
Yeah, that was a very, very different drive overall from what we saw on the first 2 from Calallen. They moved the ball very well, only took a couple of plays and got that score.
Well, certainly wasn't the same team we saw in the first quarter, that's for sure.
Kicking off for the Wildcats.
I don't know who those guys were in the first quarter. I've not seen Calallen play that poorly to start a ball game in many, many years. Looks like they got it back now. So let's see if they can keep the momentum, and let's see how Miller responds.
And this Calallen crowd is still in the game, so they are not discouraged by the 2-score deficit that they're in right now.
They're fired up. Here's Colin Kiesnick with the kick, and it's a good one down to about the 13. It's picked up, and that is Williams. Their stud running back. He returns it to about the 23-yard line.
On the return for the
And Miller's had a
13,
pretty
Nicole
easy
Williams.
time moving the ball so far this game. So Calallen, after that score, they've got to piggyback off that. Now defense, you want to get a stop and hopefully swing some momentum back to your side.
Now I have a feeling that we're going to see the ball aired out now a little bit more by Andrew Body. He's done a good job of throwing that 10 to 15-yard route, but I think they may air it out here deep on first down. And they are. Body back, going deep. We knew this was going to happen. He's got a man. Oh, just barely overthrown. Adrian Lloyd. Boy, if he caught that in stride, that would have been 6 points.
Yeah, that was maybe a step or 2 ahead of Lloyd. He had him in stride. He had the separation. It just looked like it went off his fingertips. If Body could have just pulled back on that just slightly, you're right, that probably would have been a touchdown.
I was out here on Tuesday watching practice, and boy, they were working on that a lot, and they were in sync. All right, 2nd and 10 now for the Bucs. Body. They'll throw it again to Lloyd, and Lloyd's going to make the catch, and he's got him a first down.
Well, when you get a play where you burn to the cornerback, he's going to keep that in the back of his mind. So if it looks like you're going to take off again, he's going to be ready for that. And again, he just does the comeback round. We've seen it with Atkinson on the other side, and now they're doing it with Lloyd.
All right, first down. Now they're going to go to the running game, and there's nothing there. Good defense by the Wildcats on that play.
On the carry for the Buccaneers,
Ethan Greenwood.
number 1, Ethan Greenwood.
Nowhere to go. Clock is running, 9:23 to play here in the second quarter. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10. Andrew Body fakes the handoff, throws it across the middle. He had a man open, and it's incomplete. That was intended for number 23, Lister. And if he'd caught that ball, he would have gone a long way.
It looks like it was just off his fingertips, whether he took his eye off the ball or it's the wetness of the ball getting to him. But you're right, that would have been at least a first down, maybe more. And now it's a 3rd and long situation.
This is a huge play for the Calallen defense. They need to hold them if they want to get the ball back here. And it puts some pressure on, and it's an incomplete pass, and they're going to force a punt.
I'm not sure what the play call was there, if Body and Lloyd were on the same page or not. Lloyd looked like he was doing a comeback route. Body threw it upfield, and that was just to no one and went out of bounds. Now it's an incompletion. Looks like they might be going for it.
Yeah, I say punt, but this is Miller, and they do like to go for it a lot. This is a huge play here, 4th and 10. All right, he'll kick it. He's going to do the pooch kick, it looks like. Yeah, here it comes. It's a good call by the Bucs. and the ball will go out of bounds. It's going to be great field position for the Wildcats. So things starting to turn a little bit now into the Calallen's favor. They're able to hold the Buccaneers. But you're right, Patrick. They were just a couple of plays away from breaking it big, just on the outstretched fingertips on 2 pass plays there.
Yeah, and they have that passing game is really working well. It's just a couple of plays if they swing one way or the other, and it's a game of inches. Everyone always says that. In this case, yeah, if it was just a couple of inches shorter on a couple of throws, we could have been seeing a different game.
Well, the Wildcats had great success running the ball in their last possession, and let's see if they can do it again. And look at him go. That's Hickman. This is what he does. That's a 9-yard pickup. Yeah. All of a sudden, they're finding running lanes.
Yeah, he just was not touched until about 8 or 9 yards downfield, and he'll take that every time he can get it.
Calallen is one of the best coached teams in South Texas. They know how to adjust, and it looks like they've made some big-time adjustments when it comes to the running game here. Okay, 2nd and 1. Let's see if maybe they air it out on this play. This might be a good time to throw it downfield. Instead, no, they'll give it to Earls. And Earls will go around the right side, and he's going to get the first down, I think. He was able to get some forward progress.
Number 34.
Looks like number 11, Ruiz, really saved a big game right there. Kind of grabbed him by the jersey to slow him down. He was trying to drag him along, and that allowed the Miller defenders time to get there and swarm him, or else that might have been another huge gain.
It could have been. It looked like at first it was going to be nothing. Then, oh, there's a hold, and all of a sudden they grab him by his jersey, and there was nowhere to go. So it is a first down, 1st and 10 now on the Miller 47. So for the 2nd drive in a row, the Wildcats are showing some life. Hickman will take this one. And he gets a good block from Earls, and he's down to the 40, 35. Yeah, Earls sprung him on that play. And that's a good run by Hickman.
Yeah, now they're slowly but surely moving the ball down the field. Another first down, chipping away. And it's really, Miller's looking like they're having a tough time stopping this running game. This is what we were more so expecting coming out of the gate.
Well, you know, football is such a game of momentum. You just never know who's going to get that mo. I mean, right now it's Calallen's turn. And then this time it's going to be Hickman with the fake. He'll go up the middle. Short yardage, maybe 2 or 3 yards.
And that was Domingo Garza in the backfield on that. Got his hand on the QB as he was running out. And again, only about 2 yards on that gain. And that's what you want from Miller. Keep them to short runs, but they've really been breaking out some long runs here. And that's what you expect to see out of Calallen's run game.
Only 7:19 left to play in the first half. Calallen now with 2nd down. This is Earls. He got a big hole. Oh, he just tripped there about the 12-yard line. Boy,
I'm hearing a whistle, and it looks like there might have been a timeout called by Calallen before that play.
Timeout. Miller.
So Miller was the team that called timeout. We have a player down. The young man who was able to catch Earls from the back is down on the ground. So we have an injury timeout right now. So does the play stand? That's the big question. I think it does.
I'm not sure, Alan. It sounded like that whistle was coming through during the play.
You know what? I think you're right, because the referee is bringing the football back to the original line of scrimmage. You're right. That's a good call, Patrick. They did allow the timeout before the snap of the football. So Calallen will keep the ball down on the 34-yard line. Again, we have an injury timeout right now. We have a Miller player down. The young man who made the tackle on Jeremiah Earls. That was a game. Had that play stood, that was a game. That was a touchdown-saving tackle.
Yeah, and he really caught up from behind and closed the gap on Earls to make the tackle from behind. And even with that, that was about a 15-yard gain that the timeout now negates.
Well, we don't have a number. We have about 4 personnel, 4 Miller personnel are out there looking at the young man who was laying on his stomach. So I'm not sure what the injury is. We are waiting. Boy, you hate to see kids get hurt.
Hey, look up here, bud.
but he is laying on his back now. They did roll him over. I don't know, maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him, or he might have got kicked in the head too, because he dove to make that tackle. He's now sitting up. Football is just such a violent game.
He's the furthest one back, like behind them.
All right, that man is up. And that is number 5, and he is going to walk off on his own power. Deshaun Trimble.
And that's what you like to see if you have a kid down, for him to get up on his own power, walk off under his own power. Hopefully he was just shaken up for that play, and he'll go off for a play, maybe 2, and be back on the field.
Well, we had that situation last night in the Carroll game. We had a young man who was able to get up, walk off, and then he dropped to the ground. And did get a report today that he is going to be okay.
That's a scary situation.
Yeah.
It's good to hear that he's all right.
All right, so it's 2nd and 8 now. So that play will not count. The one we just saw, the big run by Earls. And now there's another whistle.
Clock needs to be set at 7, 1, 8.
All right, they're going to add 10 seconds to the clock. So it's going to go from 7:08 to 7:18. Voila, there you see it. All right, let's see if the Wildcats can keep that momentum going here.
It looks like Hickman just went over to say something to his wide receiver.
Well, he fakes it to Earls. He's going to throw it deep down the right side, and it's incomplete. Looked like the receiver may have fallen down just a little bit there.
And you have to wonder what that play call was, because Hickman, that's the receiver that Hickman went up to before the play. Wonder if he told him, hey, we're going out deep on this one. And that throw is a little bit behind his receiver, and like you said, he did fall down as he was trying to make the reception.
Jacob Arnold was the intended receiver. Not sure what happened there. Ball was underthrown a little bit too, so big 3rd down play. 3rd and 8 for the Wildcats. And this is Earls around the left side. This could be a big gainer. Down to the 20, down to the 19. It's a 1st down for the Wildcats. And there's a late flag. And
Flag on the play.
The Buccaneers are clapping.
Yeah, interesting. It looks like one of the offensive linemen, when he was blocking on the play after he went down, his legs came up. I wonder if the refs are going to say that he intentionally kicked at the defender.
And it came after, looked like it came after the play was over. So they got to sort this out now. Yeah, they're already walking back.
Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 33.
Yeah, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Wildcats, number 33, Jacob Chambliss. Well, that's a tough one, because you had a 1st down. And you were inside the 20.
Yeah, that's a tough penalty, especially in unsportsmanlike conduct. You never want to.
Still not sure what he did, though.
Yeah, I didn't catch it. I saw one of the other players had gone down. I thought he was the one they called the flag on, but I didn't see what Chambliss did.
All right, this is Hickman around the right side, looking for some running room. 30, 25, and another flag comes. Let's see what this one's going to be about. Man, we got a flag fest here all of a sudden. Not sure. I mean, the way this game is unfolding, anything can be called. We've had a few unsportsmanlike already. Here's the call.
During the run, holding, 88,
All right, holding against the Wildcats. A lot of boos coming from that Calallen side.
Yeah, the Calallen fans are not happy with that call. It's back-to-back penalties, back-to-back big penalties.
They're absolutely shooting themselves in both feet right now.
Yeah, now it's going to be a 1st and 20 after they just had 2 first downs negated by those penalties. Or sorry, not a 1st down and 20, 1st down and maybe 15.
All right, so Hickman hands it off, and there's nowhere to go for number 3, Justice. Is that Justice McClure? Yeah, it is.
On the carry for the Wildcats, number 3, Justice McClure.
Justice, a really good
On the stop for the
defensive back,
Buccaneers.
getting some
Number
opportunities
20,
here on offense.
Donovan Feeney.
Yeah, he had good blocking, but there were just too many Miller defenders on that side for him to really get anything going. Maybe he gains about 3 yards on that play.
Boy, this drive is really bogged down. It looks so promising. They were inside the 20 at one point. Now it's second and about 11.
It all comes back to that timeout that Miller called that really helped them out.
This is Earls, and there's nowhere to go. He may have picked up
On the carry for the
one.
Wildcats, number 34.
Now it's going to be third and a long
Defensive stop for the
10.
Buccaneers.
And that was good penetration by the Bucs defense there. They got to Earls behind the line of scrimmage. He was able to break a tackle to at least turn it into a positive, but he had nowhere to go.
You're right. Nowhere to go. Now let's see what the Cats draw up here. And now we got a whistle.
Timeout. Miller.
Timeout, Miller Buccaneers. So we'll take the timeout with them. So 5:46 to play here in the first half. Miller leads 20-7. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. We're back after this. Welcome back to Thomas. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. Wildcats, big play here. It's 3rd and 10. They're down 20-7 with 5:46 to play in the first half. This may be 4-down territory. Let's see what happens as Tarek Hickman drops back. He's got a man wide open, and it's dropped.
You hate to see that. The throw was a little bit high, but wide open was the receiver. That definitely would have been a first down. Maybe even could have gone for 6 with how much open field he had ahead of him. And now it's 4th and long.
That's
And
intended for number 35.
You got to think that Callan's
Cody
probably
Newell.
going to go for this because they're not really in field goal range.
Cody
And
Newell was the intended receiver,
It's a
Patrick. It
fourth
looked like he
down
may
for
have
the
hurt
Wildcats.
himself, too, on the play. The Wildcats are going to go for it. Well, I think Calallen's going to call timeout and talk about it. I don't blame him because this is a huge 4th down play.
Timeout.
Yeah, they've really got to convert this for a first down to not let Miller get the ball back and get it in decent field position. They'd get it probably around the 30-yard line, but with 5:40 left, Miller can really take a good chunk of time with the ball. And Calallen, you want to keep this game close going into halftime, because correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Calallen start with the ball? Or who gets the ball?
Miller got the
second
ball first.
half? So at least Calallen gets the ball to start the second half, but you would like to get the ball into the end zone so that you can get at least back down to a 1-score game before the half.
Yeah, Miller got the ball first and drove it down the field and scored. They ate up a lot of time. So Calallen, they had a chance to talk about it, and let's see what they draw up here. So they need 10 yards to keep this drive alive. Can they do it? Well, let's find out. Hickman.
Looks like Hickman's going to be on center for
Yeah,
this
you don't
one.
see this very often. And he pitches it out, and he's going to throw the ball. That's number 23, and it's going to go incomplete. That was Epi Hinojosa.
That was another close play, maybe an inch or two off the fingertips. That would have been a huge conversion if they could have gotten it. And now Miller gets the ball back around the
Buccaneers
35-yard
takeover.
line.
First and 10
And they've got a
Miller.
2-score lead. They've got 5.5 minutes left till half.
I like the call. It was intended for their big wide receiver, Jacob Arnold. And he dove, did everything he could to get to the ball, but just a little overthrown.
Definitely an unexpected play call there definitely thought they were going to go for the run, but on 4th and 10, it would have been a long run to gain, and now Miller's got the ball back.
Miller's going to try to add their lead now. They got about 5.5 minutes to play with, and this is Andrew Body with a big, he slips. Could have gained a lot more. That's a 13-yard pickup. That's good enough to move the chains.
That might have been an intentional slide there.
Okay.
He did have a couple defenders right in front of him, and to save himself from taking the hit, maybe take the slide and keep the ball moving.
Probably a smart play. 1st and 10 from their own 45. Miller in no hurry right now. And this time it's Greenwood. No, it's McCullen Williams up the middle. That's a good run of 9.
And another chunk play by Miller. They're keeping the ball moving to start this, and they're already over the 50-yard line. They're into Calallen territory.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a pass play now for Miller, 2nd and 1. This is where Body is so dangerous, throwing the ball deep. Well, no, instead they're going to hand it off to Williams. They were content on getting the 1st down with the run, and they do, and it's successful. And it's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll move the chains. And the clock continues to run. Well, it stops for the chains to move, but it'll start back up again, and it is now. You see it there at 4:38 to play.
Yeah, if I'm Miller and I can keep moving the ball on the ground like this, might as well run that clock before halftime.
That's just not the way Miller does it, though. They love to throw the ball, but this is Body. He'll run it. And there's a flag on the play. This is coming back.
Yeah, it sounded like the Calallen coaches that are up here, they were calling about a hold, so we'll see if that's the call.
That's right. You're right next door to him. How's it outside now?
It's not too bad. You know, as far as Texas weather goes, it's pretty cold out here, but, you know, I'm from New York, and I come from Nebraska, so this is warm, nice weather for me.
This is freezing weather for me. All right. It was a holding call against the Bucs. It shows on the scoreboard Miller is out of timeouts.
That is correct. They used all their timeouts already.
4:23 to play. 1st and 13 now. Body across the middle. Ooh, nice play. That's a great pass deflection there by Enrique Cerna.
Yeah, he really got it in. Looks like it was a slant route.
Yeah.
He got underneath inside the receiver and just got his hand in there and broke that play up.
A big play, because if Enrique does not knock that ball down, that's a Miller touchdown. 2nd and 13 now. Already a flag before the ball is snapped. What do we got, Patrick?
I didn't see what kind of movement, but I guess we'll find out right now.
Ball start. 53.
All right, ball start on number 63 for the Miller Buccaneers.
And that's now 2 penalties.
John Arriaga.
This set of 1st downs.
Well, if you're Calallen, you're thinking about getting the ball back now and trying to score before halftime.
Yeah, 4+ minutes left. It's a long 2nd down. And Miller was moving the ball well until they had these penalties that have now pushed them back.
I think the Wildcats still have one first. I think the Wildcats still have one timeout in the pocket. 2nd and 18. Lloyd. It's number 3. Lloyd, I saw Lloyd going across the middle. I said, man, he's going to be wide open, and he was.
Yeah, and it looks like the safety actually moved up to cover McCullen Williams. It looked like a swing route, and that really just left Lloyd one-on-one, and he was wide open.
That's a huge 1st down for the Bucs. So they get a fresh set of downs with 3:51 to play.
Well, it looks like they're calling it a 3rd down.
Boy, I was convinced that he was past the 1st down marker.
I thought he was too, but I guess they
moved
spotted him.
They
just a little
did.
bit short.
That was a bad. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to say it's a bad spot.
Looks like it's 3rd and inches though. So
I learned a long time ago never to get on the officials. They're human just like we are. So.
Some of my best friends are officials.
There you go. Same here. It just looked to me like the ball was past the 31-yard line. But his knee may have hit the ground before That's the situation now. It's a huge play here. 4-down territory for the Bucs. So Williams is going to be the running back. So I imagine that he is going to get the football, or unless Body tries to roll out and do what he does best. Actually, you got Greenwood and Williams in the backfield. So this is who's going to carry the ball this time. All three are capable.
Definitely got to sell out for the run here for Calallen.
Big play, 3rd and 1 for the Buccaneers. And it's going to be a 1st down. Williams with the carry. I don't know if Calallen is going to get the ball back or not here in the 1st half.
And they have no more timeouts, so they can't even stop the clock. And now if you're Miller, you're already almost in the red zone. You're moving the ball well on the ground, so might as well eat some clock and maybe take a shot or two just to keep Calallen on their toes.
Yeah, you're right. They're in no hurry and no reason to be, of course. 1st and 10 now. Miller in complete control of this ball game so far. Andrew Lloyd, Andrew Body, rolling right, throws it, and is it intercepted? Yes, it is.
There was a
No,
flag on the
no, it's
play.
not. Or is it? They say the ball hit the ground.
It looks like the ball hit the ground from my vantage point, but he did come up with it, so
They're going to give it to him. It's an interception by the Wildcats.
there was a penalty flag called immediately on the snap roll, so you got to hope that wasn't offside.
Well, we're talking about it. Let's see. This is a huge, huge call we're about to get here in just a moment. Will Miller keep the ball, or will Calallen get the ball?
On the offense. That penalty is declined.
All right, it's on the offense. So Calallen is going to get the ball, and the fans erupt here on Calallen's side. They got 3 minutes and 11 seconds left to play here. Plenty of time to work with, but as you mentioned, Patrick, they are out of timeouts, and they are deep in their own territory. So they're going to have to strike quickly here.
Yeah, and for a running team like this, 3 minutes to go, 90-plus yards is going to be an interesting move, and you have to think that they're going to try to air it out maybe once or twice, but that all depends on how well they can run the ball.
Well, you got 2 receivers out there. You got Jacob Arnold split out wide, way wide right, but this is going to be Jeremiah Earls. And Jeremiah running behind one of the biggest offensive linemen in South Texas, Ty Buchanan, who of course has already said he's going to USC. Big number 75. Well, the clock is running, but the Wildcats, as you can see, they're in no hurry. 2:45 to play. Hickman will flip it out to Earls. Earls is going to get tackled for a big loss inside the 4. Great pursuit by that Miller defense.
Yeah, Richard Galvin was there. Looks like Hickman wanted to keep the ball, but Galvin was shadowing him. He pitched it out. Galvin stayed with the ball, and he grabbed Earls again. Someone grabbed him by the jersey to slow him down, because otherwise he's really hard to take down.
All right, we got a player down for the Buccaneers.
Injury timeout.
So there's an injury timeout, so we're going to take that timeout with them. So there's only 2:14 to play here in the first half. Miller leads 20-7. Well, no, let's keep it here. The player is up. Looks like it's number 6 for the Bucs. That's Taron Clay. And he looks like he's favoring that right leg, but he is walking off on his own power. So this is an interesting call, Patrick. 3rd down and 7.
3rd down and 7, and if you don't get this, you're punting deep from your own zone with still time on the clock.
Yeah. You desperately need a 1st down here to keep the ball away from Miller. This is Hickman. Boy, he's got a big hole. Look at him go. 40, 45, 50. Finally, tripped up by number 7, Lonnie Atkinson. That's exactly what the doctor ordered. If you're a Wildcat fan, look at him go. And then Atkinson is going to make a touchdown-saving tackle.
Again, that's just a huge hole for Hickman, and now they're across the 50-yard line. There's still just under 2 minutes left in the first half.
Jeremiah Earls now with the handoff, and Jeremiah trying to get around that left side. Not a whole lot there. I don't think he gained any yardage. He ran a lot, but I don't think he gained any yards.
Yeah, and a lot of time came off. That was about a 10-second long play for them to not go anywhere, though he does get out of bounds and stops the clock.
1:43 left. Again, Calallen out of timeout. So if you're Calallen, you want to score here and get within one score because you know you're going to get the ball to start the second half. So if you could draw it up, that's what you want.
Yeah, and if they can get this score before the half, that'll be a huge.
Well, they need to hurry up. The play clock is under 10 seconds. Down to 5, 4, 3, 2. They snap it. Earls. And Earls is down to the 42. They have to hurry up now. A minute 34. And
On the tackle for the Buccaneers,
is that Earls
number
still
14,
down?
Adam Gonzalez.
It is. And did he re-injure that ankle? That's what I want to know. I think he has.
He's hobbling a little bit, but good news is he is walking off on his own power. It doesn't look like he wanted the trainers to come out, and he's going right to the sideline.
That'll bring in Beasley, number 40. Marvin Beasley's had some big-time runs already this year. And he can take it from the house from any place on the football field. It's 3rd and 4. A minute 17 to play in the first half. And Hickman is going to throw. He got a man open. And it's a catch, Jacob Arnold, but I don't know if he got the. He's short of a first down, though. It's short.
That's completed to number 88.
So it's going to be. Well, they are going to give it to him. I thought he was about a half a yard short, but it's a. With where they, I guess, where he ran out of bounds, they're going to give him the first down. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it was Jordan Marin from the Bucs getting the penetration on defense there, and it looks like he was going for the run because he was not ready for when the pass was coming out. He just kind of jumped to swat it.
This is Hickman going across the middle. He got a man open, and it's a catch. That's a nice catch by number 5, Colton Henson, and the Wildcats are in business. The clock is stopped as they move the chains. It's at a minute 3. They got plenty of time. No timeouts.
And Hinson there was pretty much uncovered. There's a defender that's a little bit behind him that tried to make an effort, but an easy catch for him.
All right, Hickman with the handoff. And that is Marvin Beasley, and he's a tough runner, and he's down to about the 2-yard line. Well, this is exactly what the Wildcats needed. They can score going into the locker room. That'll be a huge momentum lift. Wildcats look like we're trying to call timeout, but they don't have any. There's 30 seconds left. They're going to have to hurry up here. 2nd and goal. Hickman's going to go himself. That's a great fake. He scores.
That was a great call on the read by Hickman. He had the ball pretty much given to Marvin Beasley. It looked like Beasley thought he was going to be running with the ball, but at the last second, Hickman pulled it away, and there was no one on the right side to tackle him, and just an easy walk-in for the touchdown, and now it's a one-score game going into halftime.
You know, they were down to about 24 seconds, and if he hadn't scored, they were going to have to hurry up and spike the football so they could have one more play. So Kiesnick on now for the extra point. And it is good. So now the Wildcats draw to within 20 to 14. And that extra point that Miller missed earlier could be huge in the final outcome of the ball game. So all of a sudden the Wildcats are back in it, and they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So there's 20 seconds to play.
And what a difference we've seen in the first 2 quarters. The first quarter was all Miller, and Calallen didn't even have a positive yard, and now in the second they've scored 2 touchdowns. They're going to get the ball back after the half, and the momentum seems to be on the side of the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's been a game. It's been a game of runs. You're right. 20 consecutive points for Miller, and Calallen comes back and answers with 2 touchdowns.
And this Calallen crowd is lively right now.
Yeah, you hear the Go Cats go.
Picking up the Wildcats, number 85, Colin Keachnick.
All right, so Keachnick, Colin Keachnick,
Number 7, Ron Artisan.
who's already earned a scholarship to play at the next level
Number 14,
next year at kickoff. And he is a tremendous field goal kicker. If it comes down to a field goal in this game, Keachnick can hit from anywhere from 50 and in. He's got the leg to do it, so that may be something to think about late in the ball game. Imagine he'll kick this one as far as he can to avoid the run back. That is going to be Williams from the 10, 15, 20, and he is down at the 25-yard line. There's 16 seconds to play. Let's see how Miller is going to play this out. They're out of timeout, so I imagine they'll just go to the knee.
Yeah, that's what I would do if I'm Miller, but who knows, maybe you want to go for it and see if you can get a big chunk and maybe break one, but 16 seconds, you really only have time for one play unless it's a quick out-of-bounds play that they're going to run.
You know, by the way, it looks like Jeremiah Earls is okay. He's sitting over on the bench, laughing with his teammates, and I think he's going to be all right.
That's good to hear.
All right, so Andrew Body comes out in the shotgun. No shock here. They are going to throw the ball. And they're going to get out of bounds real quick. That's Adrian Lloyd. They've got 12 seconds. I mean, you can't throw a deep pass and hope for a catch or a pass interference call.
Yeah, and you've got Body's got the arm. He's got the speed guys on the outside. So wouldn't necessarily be the most surprising or the most daring thing to try to do either a long play or, like you said, a pass interference.
12 seconds to play in the first half. Body throws it. Atkinson with the catch. He needs to get out of bounds, and he does. And there's 5 seconds left. So they're in a position where Andrew Body can just throw it, chuck it deep into the end zone. Let's see what happens. We're going to have a Hail Mary pass to end the first half. I guarantee it. He needs to throw this ball 54 yards. Well, actually, he's going to throw it further than that, because if he drops back, he's going to end up having to throw the ball about 60 yards in the air here. And he is certainly capable of doing that. Here we go. Oh, he's sacked. It's a huge sack by the Wildcats. That's going to be the final play of the first half. And look at the Wildcats. They've got momentum on their side as they head to the locker room, although they are trailing 20-14. They will get the ball to start the second half. So Patrick Johnstone, quick comment before we go to halftime.
You know, you said before the game that this was going to be a good one, and it didn't start out looking that way, but we've really gotten a game shaping up. And this is kind of like the GP Moody game that we called 2 weeks ago, where one team jumped out to a big lead early, and then it became interesting at halftime, and then we had a great game in the second half. So I'm excited, and I'm hoping that that's what we're going to get in the second half of this game.
All right, stand by for a great performance by the Miller Buccaneers band and their drill team. We're at halftime. You see the score. The Bucs lead 20-14. We'll see you back here for the start of the third quarter. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas live high school football from Bucs Stadium.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Roy Miller High School and the Corpus Christi Independent School District is proud to present the Battling Bug Band. The Battling Bug Band is under the field command of Drum Major Sebastian Ortiz. Tonight, the Roy Miller Band will be performing selections of their stand tunes. Baton Buck Band is under the direction of Michael Williamson. The assistant director is Angie Villarreal. Baton Buck Band would like to thank our Corpus Christi ISD board members and administrators, Roy Miller High School faculty and staff, band boosters, and the community for their continued support.
Players from Wichita Falls came down the hallway and told their principal, he said, "We got this one, Pop, you don't have to worry about it." And Coach Thomas came back and told us what they said. And we were a predominantly defensive-minded team. And we thought about defense all the time, and that was probably our best asset. And so when we went back out there, we played defense, but which we didn't do the first half. So that's when we won the game. I told the guys that running the ball, you guys got to run hard. When the guy touches you, don't just fall to the ground. Get up, keep running. And I told him if he didn't want to be the running back, I will get back there and run the ball.
But it was a great group of guys. They were special. We had the same goal in mind, and we kind of knew that, especially our junior year. We always felt like we could be the ones that reached the top, win the championship.
We scored the first quarter. We scored the first time we got the ball. We scored, and that was 8-0. And I don't know, we relaxed the second quarter, and they scored 21 points. And before we knew it, they had 21 points. And then we went in at halftime, and Coach Thomas said, okay, they scored 21 points in the first half. It can be done in the second half too, by someone else. And that's what we came back out. And we're our team. Yeah, we gonna win this game. He said, well, my right guard, get out there and show me what you can do. And we did. We came back and we started to play football like we know we can play. Predominantly a senior team. Most of us were seniors. And we had been together from the 7th grade, most of us. And so we knew each other, and we knew how each other played, and we had been playing together for that long. So we were pretty much a unit. And that was what was the thing with us. We're all mostly seniors on that team. Our starting lineup was 10 seniors and 1 junior. We started the scrimmage in Green High School, Carroll High School and stuff, but we only scrimmaged those guys because we was in the 8th grade, and they were varsity players, Wagner and all of those guys. And in the 9th grade, we get the scrimmage, and we got real tough because we were playing guys was 17 and 18 years old. So we learned from those guys how to block and really tackle bigger guys. I knew those players, all of those guys, from the time they were in the 7th and 8th and 9th grade in junior high. And I knew that they were going to be good. I'm not sure that I knew that they were going to be as good, that good. But as we progressed in our knowledge of them, as they became 10th graders and 11th graders, then I knew that they were very good. And I also picked up some players, some black players that I didn't know we were going to have at first.
Lost our second game against Galveston Ball, and
and it was on the road. And by rights, I mean, Gallatin had a good team, but we should have won the game. And so that just gave us the fire to come back, go to work, and dedicate our season to, playing the kind of ball that we knew that we could play. But if I had not fumbled going into the end zone, we by our rights probably would have won that game. Well, we didn't really think that we could, but we had hopes, and we had the spirit. We had the Buck spirit.
Mike check 1-2. We're ready for the second half here at Buccaneer Stadium.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night, South Texas. We are live from Buccaneer Stadium. We are in for a fantastic finish. It has been a game of runs. Miller came out and scored the first 20. Calallen has since answered with 14 of their own. And right now, Miller leads 20-14. They're about to start the second half. And the Calallen Wildcats will get the ball to start this second half. So, Patrick, your thoughts as we about to start the third quarter?
Well, that first quarter was all Miller. Second quarter was mostly Calallen. Miller had a couple of plays where they were just a couple of inches away from breaking big and getting to score, or at least a good chunk of yardage. So for Miller, you got to stop the run. Calallen really ran the ball well in the second quarter. If you're Calallen, you got to try to push momentum and keep it. They've got it right now coming into the second half. They've got to keep it on their side. And they've got to stop Miller from moving the ball, because they did move the ball well in the entirety of the first half.
All right. Appreciate that, Patrick. Again, the winner of this game, we think, is going to have the inside track of the district championship. Don't tell that to Port Lavaca Calhoun, because they are the defending champions, and they, too, have another good team. But we like these two teams playing here, and this is going to be a wild, wild finish. So we're 24 minutes away from determining the winner of this game. Miller has never beaten Calallen. Calallen is 12-0 against the Buccaneers, but right now Miller has the upper hand. They're up 20-14, and the Bucs are kicking off right now. And again, it's another short kick. They've done this all night, and that's going to be a fair catch by Jacob Arnold.
Fair catch call by the
Kate Shedd's done exactly what the coaching staff is told to do. Kick it short. Do not allow a kickoff return, although there was one good kickoff return earlier tonight by the Wildcats, which eventually led to a Calallen score. So what the Wildcats did, they had no positive yards in the first quarter. They went more from the wing tee to more of a pro-style set in the second quarter, and that is where they begin to find success. So here we are, 1st and 10. They got the ball on their own 32-yard line. And we get a big answer right here as their main man, number 34, Jeremiah Earls, is back in the ball game. He may have hurt his ankle a little bit in the second quarter. There is a flag that just now came out of nowhere. 25 yards away from the play. Let's see what it's going to be.
Yeah, I didn't see anything happening when that flag was tossed. It was all the way in the back of the play.
Well, the play was completely over. No idea what this is going to be about. We're about to find out, all of us together.
Looks like it's against Miller.
12 minutes. Defense. 5 yards. First down.
All right, it's 5-yard penalty against the Bucs.
Yeah, it looks like they had 12 guys on the field. The back judge was the one who caught it.
After the play was over.
That could be why Calallen didn't get any yards on that. They had an extra guy they had to go block.
Well, Jeremiah Earls, again, he wasn't on that one play. He's out now. Marvin Beasley is back in for the Wildcats. And this is Tarek Hickman up the middle. He's gone. He's going to score, and the Wildcats are going to tie the game on the second play of the second half. Wow. 69-yard run by Tarek Hickman up the gut. He was never touched, and the Wildcats are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Yeah, and that hole was there right away. He slipped in between a couple of Miller defenders, and then he was untouched. He had no one in front of him, and it was just a foot race, and he won that foot race. And now it's a tie game. An extra point gives Calallen their first lead of the game.
Calallen Keesnick, he's usually money. Let's see if he can give the Wildcats the lead. Cats scored in 28 seconds. Well, that was the kiss of death. I shouldn't have said anything. And he missed it. Can you believe that? We are tied. Both teams score 3 touchdowns, and both teams missed 1 extra point. So that's why we're at 20-20. So we're starting all over again, Patrick. This is exactly what we thought we might see. It's going to be a fantastic finish.
We got a new game coming into the second half.
Can't get over how much space that Hickman had up the middle, and let's see what kind of adjustments the Miller Buccaneers make on their opening possession here of the second half.
And you got to look for them to go deep again to one of their receivers, either Adrian Lloyd or I'm missing the other, Lonnie Atkinson. One of those guys, look for them to air it out on one of the first couple plays. Maybe just kind of keep that in the back of the secondary's mind, or maybe just kind of put up a big play to start this drive. They need momentum, so that's probably going to be their best way to do it. It's with a big chunk play instead of dinking and dunking or just running the football.
Well, this was the most highly anticipated matchup of the early part of the football season. It's beginning to live up to all the hype. We're deadlocked at 20. Here comes Calallen Keesnick to kick off here after the Wildcats score on the second play of the second half. Wide drive kick down to the 8. That is McCullen Williams. And McCullen is going to get it to the 20. Ooh, big hit. And he'll go down to about the 23. Wildcats have a little extra step in there as they run out there to play defense. And we got a young Wildcat getting up who is a little woozy. Looks like he's got a slight injury to his right leg. That is number 24, Art Medina. Guys are getting off the field okay now. All right, let's see how the Miller Buccaneers answer the Wildcats touchdown. They got 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Game tied, 20-all. And it's going to be a straight handoff, nowhere to run for Ethan Greenwood.
Very interesting play calling out of the first play of the second half for the Bucs. And like I said, I anticipated them to kind of air it out early in this kind of maybe try to grab some momentum or at least keep the secondary ready for that. Because we've seen time and time again, they go for the deep ball, and then the very next play, they'll do a comeback route, and usually the guy's open on those plays.
That's John Arriaga. John Arriaga is going to leave the field. Looked like he was down after the play was over, got back up, tried to stay in, but then they had to call a timeout to get him off the field. Man, I'm excited at what's going to happen now for the rest of this football game. Both teams are capable of lighting up the scoreboard, and it's gonna be a chess match here in the final 2 quarters.
And just 5 touchdowns between the 2 teams in the first half. That's definitely not something that you would have expected coming into this game. But we already have 1 in the second half, and this is shaping up to be an interesting second half.
Aren't you glad you're here? Where else do you want to be right now?
I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. Maybe inside right now with you, but because the breeze is a little bit
You're the
cool.
rookie. You got to stay outside. I'm sorry. That's the way it works around here. I got senior. What do you call it? I'm the. What's that? Seniority. There you go. Yeah. See, I'm a senior. Can't remember the word. All right, here we go. 10:54 to play here in the third. But at least the drizzle has stopped. Is that right?
Yeah, it looks like it's clear skies out here, but the wind is a little bit chilly out here.
All right, Andrew Body's going to go deep down the left side, and it's just barely overthrows Adrian Lloyd. And they've been so close tonight on many of those pass attempts.
Yeah, every time they go deep, it's a chance to break it open, but there's been a couple plays where Body just a little bit too strong for his receivers. But again, I would not be shocked to see a comeback route going back to Lloyd, because they've been loving that play call where they go deep and they do a comeback.
Well, they need to convert here. It's 3rd and 10. You don't want to give it back to Calallen if you're a Buck fan right now, because the Wildcats got the hot offense. Adrian, yep, there he is. I saw him, he was wide open. Adrian Lloyd with the catch down the sideline. Boy, I just saw him take off on that route. There was nobody near him.
Looks like that was Atkinson on the other side with the catch, but that was exactly what I said. They did the comeback route after going deep. They know these guys are fast. They know they can run, and that really creates some confusion when you see them getting ready to take off.
Now the Miller Buccaneers really needed that first down to kind of slow down this Calallen momentum. So they've got the ball now. They're moving it. They're on their own 37, 1st and 10. Cullen Williams in the backfield with Andrew Body, and this time it will be Williams. Breaks 1 tackle. He's a shifty runner. He's you think you got him, and then you don't. That's an 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, and he had some good blocking on the field. Looks like that was number 73, Diego Ramirez, got up out in front of him after McCollum broke that tackle. He still had a blocker in front of him, and that helps him get almost the first down on the first down run.
Well, I'll tell you what, Miller's in a position here. They can pretty much do it. This is where they like to go deep. On the Wildcats, watch the deep pass play right here. Nobody in the backfield. Andrew Body, he's going to throw it across. And it's a catch, and it's going to be a touchdown. No! He got tackled. I thought Williams was going to have the speed to take it to the house.
As completed to number 13,
That was a great tackle.
Yeah, that was Enrique Serna with the touchdown saving tackle. And Justice McClure was on the coverage on that sweep route. It looked like he had McCollum Williams teed up for a big hit, and he just didn't go for it.
I didn't think
the big play.
Anybody can catch McCollum Williams in the open field like that, but Ricky Serna did. And this is Williams again, 20-15-10, and he's in there. And the Buccaneers answer the Wildcats touchdown with a score of their own. It's like a slot machine here all of a sudden.
And now we've got 2 scores in the second half, and 2 quick scores in the second half, so we can definitely be seeing a lot of offense in this half that we were expecting to see in the game. And surprisingly, the Bucs do it on the ground instead of in the air. They had the 1 first down pass, but the rest of it was really well done on the ground by Williams and a little bit by Greenwood as well.
All right, Caden Shedd in now for the extra point. And it is good. So Miller stops a 20-0 run with a touchdown of their own, and they take a 7-point lead, 27-20. So we've had 2 touchdowns in 2 minutes and 29 seconds of the second half. Let's keep it right here. Just talk about what we've seen so far. Calallen scores in just 2 plays. Miller gets the ball back. They convert on a big third down, and it would lead to a touchdown, the long run. So here we are. Now it's Calallen's turn. Can they answer?
Yeah, Alan, you said it when Miller got that first down that it was a huge to kind of slow down the game and stave off the momentum that Calallen had grown. And you're right, they really needed that first down, and that helped them kind of settle them down coming into the half, and then they score on that. And now Calallen's been hot on offense, so if you're the Wildcats offense, you're not necessarily worried right now, but momentum is kind of evening out as we come into this drive.
All right, the wind's still blowing a little bit out there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a little bit chilly. We got the wind looking like it's going towards the scoreboard side of the field. And those flags are waving out there in the end zone.
So the Wildcats will have the wind at their back here in the third quarter. 2 touchdowns, 2 minutes, 29 seconds. The Buccaneers regain the lead, 27-29, 31 to play now. And this is going to be a lot of fun to see what happens in this second half. I think it's going to be very entertaining football. There's Caden Shedd, number 88. He's ready to, let's see, he's been kicking them short most of the night. He does it again. And the Wildcats, that's number 5, Colton Henson with the ball.
On the return for the
Once
Wildcats,
again,
number 5, Colton
Wildcats
Henson.
will get good field position.
Yeah, and expect just run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, down by a touchdown. Maybe run some clock here, do what they do best, and it worked for them last drive. And honestly, we didn't really see a lot of Jeremiah Earls in that drive either, but he is in the backfield right now.
Yeah, he only played the first play, then he went out, but he's in there now to start this second drive, and he's got the ball, and some tough running. He'll get about 4, maybe 5.
You know, I say we didn't see a lot of Earls on that last drive. Well, that's because it only took 2 plays, and he was on for one, off for one. So, but he's been their bell cow back this season, and he's gotten, I would say, just a majority of their ground carries.
He missed a couple of games this year because of ankle injury, and then, but he seems to be back in full health now. There he is, and he's going to run it to close to a first down. Is he close enough? Let's see where they spot the ball. Yep, he got the first down. So the Wildcats are going to move those chains. But Beasley's a very good running back to number 40 when he comes in, so they don't lose a whole lot, if any at all.
And Earls is just so tough to take down. He keeps his feet moving, and he makes a lot of guys miss. And that just helps him get a couple extra yards each run, and those start to add up.
Here come the Cats, 1st and 10 now from their own 42. They're down 7. And Hickman again up the middle. And there he goes. He could be gone again to the 30, to the 25. Finally wrestled down at the 23. It's the Tarek Hickman show now here in this third quarter. Let's take another look at it. Tell us about it, Patrick.
Yeah, he just, again, goes right up the middle, and if you're a Bucs fan, you got to be worried about how easily he's been able to kind of just go right up the middle with the ball. They did do a fake handoff to Jeremiah Earls there, but again, like, he just walks right through that defensive line. There was no one there to contest him, and he goes 40 yards down the field on that play.
And Cerna was trying to lay the block there at the end. This time it's Earls. And Earls ball hit the ground quickly, but he covered it up. He recovered it there. And
on the carry for the Wildcats, number 34, Jeremiah Earls.
So they're down to gain maybe about a yard.
Number 17, Jordan Moody.
I think, Patrick, it's all going to come down to who has the ball last tonight. I really do. I think this, man, it's going to be it's going to be a tough one down the stretch.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be that way.
It's going to be a nail biter.
It's probably either going to be a game time drive at the end or a game winning drive at the end. And you love to see that if you're a football fan.
2nd and 9. And this is Hickman again up the middle, and look at him go. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. He's a tough runner.
And again, he goes right up the middle. Very little defense there. Oh, it looks like he's a little bit hurt, though.
He is, and Earls is also favoring his right ankle, too. I think Earls and Hickman are both going to have to leave the field. Yeah, Hickman, boy, you hate to see that if you're a Wildcat fan, because he has played such a great game tonight. Is he holding that left knee?
Looks like it.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens here. This is a significant injury. If he's going to have to be out for a while, we're going to have to wait and see. They will probably bring in Colton Henson as the backup here.
Well, it looks like Ethan Salinas is taking snaps on the sideline right now.
Okay.
Number 1, the
Could
junior.
be Salinas or Henson. Both are listed as quarterbacks. All right, now Hickman is up, but can he put any pressure on that? And he can't. They're going to have to help him off the field.
Yeah, that's tough. He's played so well this game, especially on these couple drives in the second half. He's had a lot of running room, and now you got to wonder how the game plan changes for both teams with him maybe not able to come back.
Yeah, boy, that's a significant injury for the Wildcats. And we'll keep an eye on him on the sidelines. And
it looks like he's not putting any pressure on
nope,
that left leg.
not at all. So it is Ethan Salinas. He is a junior, and he comes in facing a big 3rd and 1. And he hands it off, and that's a first down for the Wildcats. That's Epi Hinojosa.
Okay, for the Wildcats, number 23.
They just have so many different guys who can run the ball on this team. You've got Earls, and then you had Hickman, and then you see Hinojosa can run the ball. They've given a couple of carries to Henson.
And he's found pay dirt before this year also. So
and we'll also see if Salinas is going to run the ball as the quarterback at all.
Wildcats get it down to about the 3. So all of a sudden, when you're looking at that Calallen offense, your starting quarterback is out, your starting running back is out on this drive. So it's next man up.
And this is where the depth of Calallen really comes into play. You're not sure how many reps that Salinas gets with the first team offense and how many of those guys are used to him being under center.
It's 2nd and goal from the 3. And Epi has nowhere to run on that play. Epi Hinojosa, number 23. Ball was already called dead. 3rd and goal.
This is a big play, and I've got to say it's a 4th down territory. It's a big 2 plays for both sides of the ball right here. It'd be huge if the Bucs going to stop it. Calallen really needs to score right now to get this game back tied up.
3rd and goal for the 2. It's a big one. It's a big play here. And the handoff, and we've got us a Calallen touchdown. That is Epi Hinojosa. Finds Peter from 2 yards out. The Wildcats are an extra point away from tying this football game.
And it looked kind of like the same play each time after Salinas came in. They kept going to Hinojosa. They kept going right up the middle. It wasn't working great, but they were in the red zone, so they didn't need too many yards, and now they've got the score.
Colin Kieschnick nails this one, and we got us a tie ball game. 27-all with 5:52 to play in the 3rd quarter. You're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. Strap your helmets on. We're going to have a fantastic finish. Back with more after this.
Another live update from the other district. In the 4th quarter, Alex leads Beeville 21-7. In the 4th quarter, Port Lavaca leads Tolosa Midway 42-13.
Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas. Alan Harwell with Patrick Johnstone live here, and we knew this was going to be a great game, and that's why we wanted to bring it to you live right here on our sister station, KDF TV. Highlights of this game coming up on the Friday Night Fever with Jeff Dubroff. He's going to have highlights of this and 7 other games. These 2 teams are also playing tonight for the prestigious Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas Game of the Week trophy. So we will be making that presentation tonight during the Fever to the winning team. If the game is not over yet, we'll record it and show it to you this weekend.
You know, when some people ask me what my favorite trophy in sports is, some people say the Vince Lombardi trophy, some say Stanley Cup, but I gotta say it's the Thomas J. Henry Game of the Week South Texas trophy.
You're earning some friends early here in South Texas.
I know my audience.
You certainly do. All right, so Colin Kesey is about to kick the ball off. Again, the Wildcats have just tied the game, but you got to wonder, their starting quarterback and their starting running back are out of the game right now. So, again, it's second man up. Miller showed life on that last drive. They drove it down the field and scored. Let's see if they can do it again. And here's kickoff. And Keesnick drives it all the way down to the goal line. And that is Williams who's going to take it out, and he'll bring it out to about the 15.
That was a booming kickoff. And Williams fielded it maybe on the 2 or 1 yard line, so he couldn't kick a knee, but that almost went for a touchback.
Now they got Terrence Hickman down there. They're looking at, I'm just not sure what, looks like they're going to do a tape job on him. So that tells me he's coming back in the game.
It's interesting to keep an eye on him to see if he does come back, because he was not putting any pressure on that left leg coming out of the game.
No, he wasn't. All right, now it's the Miller Buccaneers' turn now. They get the ball, 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Andrew Body back to pass. And he's looking, he's going to find McWilliams, and he's going to lose a yard. He just didn't have anybody open.
Yeah, that was an interesting decision by Body there to kind of dump it off. Maybe he could have run it. He probably would have done a better job, especially with Williams, if Williams could have got out in front of him. But that looks like they maybe gained a yard, maybe lost a yard, or maybe even stayed right where they were.
Well, officially they're saying it's 2nd and 10 now. And this is Williams. Boy, look at him. Look at him avoid tacklers. That's a great run. That's a 9-yard pickup. And they're going to give him the first down. So he knew with that yard, he knew where the first down marker was.
And that was some good footwork by Williams to kind of get himself out of danger and get that first down. I thought he was a little bit short, but they're going to give him the mark. And he does come out, and they're going to give Ethan Greenwood the spot in the backfield for this one.
All right, the referees want to talk about it, the officials. Let's see. They want to talk about the spot of the ball.
Well, they've already moved the chains, so I'm not sure they can do much about this.
Casey just joined us. We're in the third quarter. 4 minutes, 59 seconds to play in the third, and it's all tied 27-27. Miller has never beaten Calallen. You know they'd like to break the streak tonight. Here we go. 1st and 10. And Andrew Body is going to take it himself. He'll pick up about 5.
Quarterback key by the Buccaneers, number 10, Andrew Body.
So it'll now be 2nd and 5. They're still working on Tarek Hickman down on the sideline. Not sure if he's coming back in or not, but they're doing a lot of work on him.
It looks like Earls is back up on the sideline as well.
Ethan Greenwood may have picked up maybe a slight yard. Boy, this is a big, big third down play coming up now. Because you're not in a position you can really go for it if you don't get it here. You're kind of still back in your own territory quite a bit. So
and Williams is coming back on the field. He's been pretty hot in the second half. I would feed him the ball.
I would
right
too.
Up the gut.
I'm with you on that. He's been a big threat. Now Body's looking to run the ball. If he can turn the corner, and he does, and he gets the first down. What a run by Andrew Body.
That was an incredible avoidance maneuver that Body had. I thought he was dead to rights, gotten behind the first down marker, but he just kind of slipped a tackle, and that got him the first down and keep the ball moving, and that was very reminiscent of their third down conversion of the last drive. They're about in the same sort of part of the field, and now they got new downs.
1st and 10 now from their own 38-yard line. Body back to pass, got a lot of room to throw the ball. It's a nice catch, a good throw, and that is number 2, Jaden Moreno. There's a name we haven't called yet tonight.
Yeah, the Bucs have so many weapons on offense. They've got the 2 running backs. They've got their 2 stud receivers. Of course, you've got Body in at quarterback, and then you've got the 2 slot receivers who have also gotten into the mix a little bit as well.
All right, Williams still in the backfield. Now he goes motion right. Body is back, looking, throws, and it's another catch. And that is number 7, Lonnie Atkinson. This looks very similar, Patrick, to that opening drive when they just threw 6, 7, 8, 9-yard 10 passes, and they drove it down the field with success.
Yeah, and that play, they've kind of dialed it up a couple times. Usually they go to Williams out of the backfield, and you saw the safety moving up to try to cheat that, but they just took Atkins as the check down there.
So now it's 2nd and 5. And Andrew Body will roll left, looking for a block. And tackled short of the first down. So here's another key 3rd down coming up.
And Moreno's a small kid, but he had a good block out there. He might have kind of not only blocked the guy he was on, but also kind of shaded the guy that was in the back, the linebacker that was coming in to try to make the tackle, and got Body a couple more yards there.
Big play here, 3rd and a long 2. Williams in the backfield with Andrew Body. What are the Bucs going to call here? Are they going to run it? Or are they going to throw it? Body is looking. It's a big sack. Huge sack there by number 70 for the Wildcats. That is Ernest Hinojosa. That pushes Miller back a few more yards. So if they're going to go for it on 4th, they're going to need now about 8 or 9 yards.
And that was good play by the defense.
They are going to go for it.
Interesting play
4th
decision to go for
and 9. Huge play here. And we've said that a lot today, but this is a huge play. Andrew Body's going to throw it out to Williams, and he's going to make the catch in stride. Did he get across?
It looks like he did. He dove for it.
They did give it to him. Down. You're right.
And then again, they have the swing pass out of the backfield, although it looks like Williams is holding his leg.
Now he got hurt. He dove for that. He sacrificed his body for that first down. Another player out right now. A lot of star players have been hurt tonight. And here's Ethan Greenwood, and that's what he does. He just runs up the middle and runs over people.
It looks like another first down. So Miller again moved the ball well on offense, and the clock is running too. We're under a minute and a half left in the 3rd.
Well, they've gone ahead and taken the shoe off and the socks off from Terry Hickman. It now appears like he's not coming back in the football game. Looked like they tried to give it a go, but nah, they're not going. I don't think they're going to chance it. As you see Greenwood go for about a yard.
And contact made by Wildcats defense, number 55.
It looks like
Donovan Eichelhart.
It's going to be the Ethan Salinas show the rest of the night.
And again, I'm interested to see how that offense plays now, if they're going to change their game plan or run it a little bit differently with Salinas in the center.
2nd and about 8. Andrew Body throws it out, and it's Williams again. He's back in there, in and out of the hands. So here we go. It's another 3rd down play for the Miller Bucs.
And Calallen read that play well. Miller has gone to that kind of swing pass out to the running back a couple of times this drive, and definitely a couple more times this game. And they really were prepared for it that time. But now it's a 3rd and about 7 to go, and you got to see, maybe they'll go to one of their wideouts here.
Well, let's see what they do here. It's a big play. Again, we've said that all night long, but
when you've got the big 2 teams, they're all big plays.
See if the Wildcat D can hold. A bad snap looked like, and I believe the Wildcats have recovered the ball. And they have, but there is a flag on the play. Let's see. It is recovered by the Wildcats, but let's see what the flag is going to be here. There is a penalty.
I'm interested to see what that penalty is, too. The ball never even made it to Body off the snap, and the flag came out as soon as the ball was snapped, so wonder if it was an offsides or something with the defense that caused that snap to be so low.
Yeah, there's Terry Hickman. They're giving him some ice now. It is that left, looks like that left ankle. Yeah, they're icing up that left foot. So he is definitely done for the night. All right, the Wildcats have it. Penalties against the Miller Buccaneers. A big turnover.
Yeah, that's a killer there on a 3rd down and 7. You're in Calallen's territory. You got to figure they would have gone for it even if they didn't get that 3rd down conversion.
There was a flag for illegal snap. There was no illegal snap since the ball was a backward pass. White recovered. First down.
All right, they originally called an illegal snap and said it turned out not to be an illegal snap, and then the Wildcats recovered the loose football. So
Not sure I've ever heard that penalty called.
I haven't either. But here we go. 1st and 10. 34 seconds to play here in the third quarter. We're all tied at 27. Ethan Salinas is leading that offense now, and Jeremiah Earls is back in. Look at him go. He's down the right side. Can he go all the way? 40, 35, 30, 20. Just when you think Earls was out of this football game, he comes back and
yeah, but that one's going to come back. There's a flag downfield. Maybe a block in the back, maybe a hold.
my goodness. Boy, I tell you what, both teams have killed themselves tonight.
And that was behind the play, too, so.
Had no effect on his success running the football there. Yeah, the Wildcats are really.
Illegal block in the back. Number 75.
Yeah, illegal block in the back.
And I believe that was Jesus Ruiz who the block in the back came on, and he was the one who dove at Earls and missed that tackle. So he was already behind the play when that came in.
Well, they're still talking about it.
Illegal block in the back. 75 on the offense. Spot foul. First down.
Okay, it's still a first down because it's a spot foul. You heard the official say that. So it's, if you're a Wildcat fan, you still get your first down. 23 seconds to play in the third quarter, 27-all. Patrick, this could be an overtime game. You never know. We've never done an overtime game before. We'd like to do one here on Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas.
You always love free football.
This is Earls around the right side. Not a whole lot there. It's good to see him out there. You hate to see good running backs slowed down with ankle injuries, but he's out there. He's giving it his all. That will probably be the final. It will be the final play of the third quarter. So we'll take a break. We're deadlocked at 27-all. We're watching Thomas J. Henry Game Night South Texas back with the start of the fourth quarter. Right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, with the score tied at 27. As a friendly reminder, ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of the game, we ask that you please exit the stands as quickly as safely as possible towards the north end zone of the big gate.
Welcome back to Game Night South Texas. Brought to you by Thomas J. Henry. We're live at Buccaneer Stadium. This is going to be an instant classic. We're deadlocked at 27 between two really good teams, two of the best teams in all of South Texas.
Yeah, and when you're dreaming up this game, when you're calling it or watching it as a fan, this is the exact situation you would put it in. Tied going into the fourth quarter with two offenses that have really been moving the ball well. That's going to be a fun last quarter.
It's 2nd and 9. Ethan Salinas is in at quarterback, and let's look at him run here, and he's gonna fight for about 4 or 5 yards. That's going to set up about a 3rd and
okay, for the Wildcats,
2.
number 1, Ethan Salinas.
And I don't think the Wildcats are going to pump this ball. They're going to hang on to this and keep it in 4-down territory. So Jeremiah Earls comes out. So they'll bring in Beasley. Beasley's a big running back, and he can run over would-be tacklers.
Looks like they might also have Hosa back
he
there
does.
with them.
And Salinas under center. Is that? I believe that was.
It was Hosa, it looked like.
Hosa, but did he see where they spot the ball here? He's going to be short. Man, he's about half a yard short. 4th down.
Yeah, and that's the exact play that they ran last drive. When we got into the
And Earls is still on the sideline, so
look for it to go to Hosa again.
All right, so Salinas brings the line. They need a half a yard here to get a first down and keep this drive alive. Let's see what happens. And the Miller defense comes up big. They stuff Ethan Salinas for a big loss. And the Bucs get the ball back. That's a huge defensive play, and it was led by number 34, Domingo Garza.
An interesting play call there for the Wildcats. They go with the backup quarterback on the run on 4th and very, very short. You would have thought they would have given it to one of their running backs, especially with how Hinojosa has been able to just get those 1 to 2 to 3 yard runs. And now it's a huge stop by Miller. They've got the ball. They've been moving the ball well. They did have that turnover last drive that they're hoping to erase from their minds and move the ball well again.
Now the Bucs have the momentum back now. They've got 1st and 10 from their own 42. It's in their hands now. Now it's in the hands of Calallen Williams, but wow, the Wildcats respond with a big defensive play right there. Now they're going to lose about a yard.
Calallen Williams looks very frustrated after that run.
Well, remember he came off limping on that last run. He's going out now. He didn't look like himself on that run there, and I think he may still be, his leg still got a situation there. So bring in Ethan Greenwood, who's a load to bring down. And he goes in motion. Andrew Body's going to throw it to Ethan, and Ethan's got it at the 45, and he's brought down.
Going to go with that swing pass play. Greenwood looks like he tried to evade the defender. I think he should have probably just tried to run it straight through. He's got that big body, and he could probably have fought for a couple more yards just with his momentum. But now it's going to be about third and 4 for this play.
Yeah, I don't want to be the guy that's standing there seeing big number 1 coming at me. 3rd and 4. Body is going to take it himself. There's nowhere to run. And the Wildcats come up with a huge defensive play. So no goes for it. It's going to be about a 4th and 5.
And on the stop for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and the Wildcats defense was ready for that. They swallowed up Body almost immediately, and he had nowhere to move on that. It looks like they will decide to go for it again. 4th and 5. Look for that quick in route to one of their wideouts.
4th and 5. Another big play. Andrew Body's looking for Ethan Greenwood, and he's got him, and Greenwood's going to get the 1st down. They drew that up on the board and executed that perfectly. That's exactly what they wanted to do, and they got it done.
Number 1, Ethan Greenwood.
They're loving that play to the quick pass to the running back, and a lot of times that running back is wide open. So Calallen, you got to try to scheme that to try to cut him off so he doesn't get that 1st down.
1st and 10 now. New set of downs. That's exactly what they needed. And this is Greenwood. He powers his. No, actually, Williams is back out there. And he powered his way for about 3 yards. Well, you got to be thinking about the clock now, Patrick. There's 8.5 minutes left in the game. You know the Wildcats, you think like the Wildcats should get the ball at least one more time.
Yeah, you know they love to run that clock out with how many run plays they script up. So if you're Miller, you got to get a score here because you don't know how much time you'll get back if you get the ball back.
Body's going to throw it. It's a pitch and catch, and it's there's a fumble on the play. The Wildcats have it, and they're coming back the other way. Let's see if they're going to rule if he was down or not.
I don't think he was. I think he was still running with the ball when he lost that, and that's another huge turnover for Miller. They've had momentum.
Hunter Rose with the football. Wow.
And that's a momentum killer. Each of their turnovers have come in Calallen's zone, and it really has been at the end of good drives that have killed the momentum for Miller. And now they have 3 turnovers. Calallen has none. And really now there's 8 minutes left. Calallen, if they can start chipping away at these runs and get some 1st downs, they're going to put Miller in a bad spot.
The Wildcats take over now. This is Jeremiah Earls, and Jeremiah, look at him. That may be his toughest run tonight. That's a 1st down. The Wildcats are now driving on the 34 now as they get it down to the 44-yard line. Both teams playing hard tonight. Wow.
Yeah, and Earls is just so tough to bring down. He was grabbed by maybe 3 guys at once there, and he still broke out of that, stumbled ahead for maybe 5 to 10 more yards and got the first down.
Well, you know, this is a district game. The winner will be in first place, and also bragging rights are on the line. Ethan Salinas in for the injured Tarek Hickman, and he's done a really good job since he's come in. And this is going to be Earls. Good block, but oh man, out of nowhere comes number 6 for the Buccaneers. That's
Number 34.
Taron Clay. Well, we've said his name a lot tonight.
Yeah, he really plugged up that.
And look at Earls. He's a slow getting up
Taron
again.
Clay.
Boy, he's a tough cookie. He just refuses to come out of the football game.
Yeah, he's going back into that huddle, so he's ready to keep going.
He doesn't look on the sideline. He doesn't know. He doesn't want to see what the coaches are saying. 7:10 to play. Game tie 27. 2nd and 11 this time. And Salinas is going to go deep. He's got a man wide open. That's Jacob Arnold.
Yeah, that was placed beautifully by Salinas. He hit his receiver in stride, and now it's a big gain. Now we're in the red zone, and a lot of momentum on the Wildcat side.
Boy, Ethan Salinas is coming to this game. He's really making a big difference here. And Jacob Arnold, great catch. He's a big target. And Jacob made a huge catch there. So now you've got Calallen down to the 17-yard line. The clock is running, 6:45 left. Both teams have all their timeouts. And this is Earls, and he's going to get bottled up for no gain. Well, the Miller Buccaneers don't need a lot of time to score. They have proven that over and over again. Time really doesn't mean a lot to them. They can score in a hurry.
Yeah, the clock is still ticking. We're just over 6 minutes left. Maybe when the ball is snapped, we're going to be under 6 minutes. Although Calallen is in the red zone, so they can't really eat too much clock up from this point.
Well, they're in no hurry. 13 seconds left on the play clock. Ethan Salinas in a quarterback. And he's going to roll right, looking for a block. He gets it. And, ooh, big hit by the Buccaneers. And there's a flag on the call. Is that a late hit?
Calallen fans seem to think it's going against Miller. I couldn't tell exactly where the flag was.
You see Justin Evans on the field. He's saying, what? We're going to talk about it. That was a hard run by Ethan Salinas, boy.
And got to give him credit.
That's a good shot right there. I like that shot. You got Coach Evans watching, and you got the flag on the field. You got all the officials talking about it.
Taking a long time to discuss this flag.
Hey, don't these guys know the Friday Night Fever is about to start?
They're trying to keep it interesting for you, Alan.
They're going to wave the flag off. So there is no flag on the play. Now, lost in all this is the fact that the Wildcats did get they picked up that first down.
Yeah, they're a little bit short.
Okay, all right, so they're not going to give them the first down. So here we go, 2nd down now. Clock is moving, 5:40 to go. Ethan Salinas in the shotgun. This is Jeremiah Earls. Trying to cut the corner to the left side to the 5, to the 2. Run out of bounds.
And so many times this game, Earls has had great seal on that outside by the tackles, by the tight ends, and gets him to the outside. And again, you see it right there. He has a lot of room to work with, and then he just gets pushed out of bounds. And now it's a 1st and goal. Looks like the 2 or 3 yard line.
Boy, if you're the Wildcats, you love this situation right now. 1st and goal. Salinas under center, hands it off to Jeremiah Earls, and he scores. And the Wildcats regain the lead with 5:25 to play. Look at it. Powers is
Touchdown Wildcats.
And the Cats up by 6.
And you knew it was going to be Earls getting the football. He's run the ball so well today and very well on this drive. And now he's the man that gets to the end zone to give them I believe it's their first lead of the game. Is that correct, Alan?
Colin Kieschnick in for the extra point, and it is good. Yes, you are right, Patrick. The Wildcats have taken their first lead, 34-27, 5:25 to play. This is going to be a classic. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas. We're back after this. Welcome back to Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas. Alan Harwell with Patrick Johnstone live from Bucs Stadium. And the Wildcats have just taken their first lead of the game at 34-27. There's a lot of time left. 5:25. Miller only needs one play to score. I've seen it so many times. They can score in a hurry. So let's see what Kieschnick does on the kickoff. Patrick, is he going to kick it deep like he did last time and allow Williams with a chance to run it back because he's a threat. He's a big threat. He's in the middle of the field. He's got Atkinson back there, who's also got a lot of speed.
Well, they're moving their return guys back. After that last kickoff that almost landed in the end zone, you don't want to have to backpedal to receive this.
Well, Kieschnick has the leg, but he is kicking into a pretty stiff breeze. So let's see. Come a line drive right to Atkinson. Here he comes, 20, 25, nowhere to go. So the Buccaneers are 75 yards away from tying the game.
And this drive, I'm interested to see what Miller does. They have used McCollum Williams a lot in this half. He's run the ball well, but they've been doing well in the passing game, especially in the first half. So look for Lloyd and Atkinson to get involved on the outside. Maybe they go deep to try to catch a big play. I know I said that they should probably do that to start the second half, but this is why they're the coaches and I'm not.
All right, here come the Buccaneers. 75 yards away from tying this football game. They got plenty of time. It's 5 minutes and 22 seconds to play. They got all 3 timeouts. And Williams around the left side. Oh, a great tackle. Huge tackle.
That was Hunter Groves.
Hunter Groves has been a one-man gang here in the last 2 defensive plays.
And that was a huge tackle because Williams is bounced into the outside. He's a quick runner, and Groves just catches up to him from behind, or else that would have probably been 5+ yards of the gain.
Yeah, I tell you what, he doesn't catch him. You're right, he didn't make that tackle. That's at least another 10 or 15-yard pickup. 4:48, clock is running. 2nd and 10. Your body certainly has the ability to throw it deep, and I think he may this time. He's going down the left side. Got a man, and he just way over there.
Yeah, that was way too far, and it looked like, was that Lloyd?
That was Lloyd.
Didn't look like he was running that hard as the ball was in the air. Maybe I'm not sure what the play call was, but he didn't look like he was expecting that pass.
Well, but he broke away from the defender. He had about a 2 or 3 yard space. That stops the clock with 4:34. 3rd and 10.
This has definitely got to be the biggest play of the game so far.
This is our 50th biggest play of the game. 3rd and 10. And they're going to go to the run game. Surprisingly, there is nothing there. Very conservative.
Very interesting play call, especially with Ethan Greenwood in the backfield, not McCollum Williams.
I don't want to give it back to Calallen right now. Well,
looks like they're going to go for it, though.
Michael Hart with a big tackle there. That or they're going to do the pooch kick again, which they've done once before.
Pooch kick, even that would be an interesting call, because that one didn't really go that far when they did it last time. So it'd still be giving great.
This is your biggest play of the game right now. Here we go. 4th and 12 to keep Miller alive in this football game. They need 12 yards, and it is going to be a kick from Andrew Body, and he's going to get a great roll. This is probably the smart decision by the Miller Bucs. So if Calallen can put together a couple of first downs, and run the clock with 3:40. But again, Miller has all 3 timeouts left. Folks, we are in for a great finish. I guarantee you. Something big is going to happen in the next 3 minutes and 40 seconds. I don't know what, but we're going to see something incredible.
Yeah, I'm going to make a prediction right now, Alan. We're going to see at least one, maybe more, biggest plays of the game so far in the next 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
All right, well, you see the time on the clock there. And that's why we picked this game. We knew, we circled, when this game came out, I said, hey, we have got to do this football.
And it is really living up to the hype so far. We've had a great game so far. We're in for another very, very interesting 3 minutes, 40 seconds to end this game.
Well, what a way to spend your Friday night with us here on KDF. We're so glad you're watching. And for those that are also watching on our live stream, Chris 6 News is on the air, and I know that the Friday Night Fever starts in about 7 minutes. So we're going to have to make a decision. If we're still on the air, we may go live on the Chris 6 side as well. There's a possibility of 6 timeouts still on the board right now. So how conservative do you stay here? I guess you got to be a little conservative here, but yet you don't want to give the ball right back either.
Yeah, but they've been running the ball well in the second half, and even with Salinas under center, they've been running the ball well. It looks like they've got Hinojosa and Beasley out there and not Earls. So maybe they're going to go with the play that they ran a couple of times with Hinojosa, going right up the middle, see if they can break off some chunk yardage and at least force Miller to take those timeouts.
The ball is dead. The kicking team had the option to replay, not take the ball or declare the ball dead at the spot. They chose to declare the ball dead at the spot. Calallen, first down.
I am not going to try to decipher what he just said. I just know that Calallen has the ball. 1st and 10 on the 28-yard.
Well, it sounds like there was an inadvertent whistle on that punt play, and Miller had the choice of doing it over or taking the ball where it lays, and they got a good punt, so they're going to take the ball where it lays.
All right, so Salinas under center. And he's going to hand it off. And not a lot there for Epi Hinojosa.
He's really running tough, though. He had contact 2, maybe 3 times on that play before finally going down.
Number 6, Terran Clay.
Clock is running, 3:22. If you're Miller, you want the ball back desperately. You're down a touchdown. You have got to force a 3 and out if you're a Miller Buccaneer.
You got to figure the ball's going to Jeremiah Earls on this play. He's back in the backfield.
And they're probably, and they have done a lot tonight, run behind the big man, Ty Buchanan. Big number 75. There he is right there. He's a monster. He's a big man. And instead, they're going to go to the right side. Man, there's nothing there. Very conservative. Very conservative.
And now it's a 3rd and long.
And we now have do they call timeout? Nope, we have an injury timeout. We have a player down.
The first charge timeout.
No, it looks like Miller's being charged.
Okay, I thought okay, he's up, so it's not an injury timeout. Player's up and
number 44.
getting off the field. So Miller takes their first timeout. That was I'm not going to question any calls, but it was an interesting call by the Wildcats there. There was just nothing there. It looked like they got ahead, but everything stacked on that left side to run. But instead, they went to the other side.
Yeah, you hope when you stack that left side that the defense is going to follow, but they had a couple of guys stay home, and Salinas had nowhere to go, and now it's 3rd and maybe 8 or 9 yards, and if they don't get this right here, you got to figure they're going to punt and give Miller the ball back with a lot of time to work with.
2:47 left to play in the football game. Cats up 7. Third and 8. And this is Earls. He's not going anywhere, but there was a.
Looks like Calallen might have called a timeout before that play.
They did. That was number 17, Jordan Marine, that was in. Let's see if we do have a timeout or not. Who called it? Did they say Calallen?
It looks like they were motioning Calallen.
All right.
And they took a timeout off the Calallen board right now, so that's what I'm going with, Calallen timeout.
All right, you see the situation, 2:46 to go. Wildcats up 34-27. Very tense situation here in this football game.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the conclusion of the game, we ask that you
don't
please
think something
exit the
big
stand
is
as quickly
going to
as
happen.
possible to the north end zone gate.
You know, again,
Just waiting for it. Something's going to break here any moment. I just got that feeling. Everybody you see in the stands getting their money's worth and a whole lot more tonight. But we knew that going in.
yeah, and this game has really lived up to the expectations.
It has. Two very good teams, very evenly matched.
And they've gone blow for blow, and right now, big play. And I'm going to say it, Alan, biggest play of the game so far.
Again, the biggest play of the game. 3rd and 8. Can Calallen keep the ball away from the Buccaneers? They need to convert here. They're going to pitch it out. And that's Earls, 30, 35, 40. He's got the first down. So they're going to get at least 2 more minutes to eat off the clock with a new set of downs.
And Damian Gutierrez was there for the coverage of the pitch, but he just had no one behind him to help. So he cut off the quarterback. Then Earls got the ball, and there was no one there to help him, and that's a big first down.
Okay, so the clock is now 2:42. Wildcats with a new set of downs here. They got the ball at their own 41. That clock can't go fast enough if you're a Wildcat fan. Ethan Salinas in the shotgun. And you got Earls. He's the guy you want with the football right now, and he's going to pick up about 4. Miller has got 2 timeouts in their pocket. I think they may take one right here. They will.
Timeout. Miller.
So the Bucs are going to take a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them. You're watching Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas, 2:30 left to play, 34-27. We're coming right back. Welcome back to Game Night South Texas. You're watching live from Buccaneers Stadium. Thomas J. Henry, Game Night South Texas. Calallen Wildcats are taking on the Miller Buccaneers. We got us a classic. There is Jeremiah Earls running hard, close to a possible first down. The situation's very simple right now. It's 34-27. Calallen, they just took their first lead of the game, and there's 2 minutes and 21 seconds left to play in this football game. Miller is desperately wanting to get that football back. So we want to welcome our viewers on the Chris Six side, and we are inside the press box right now. Yes, when you get older, you got to wear glasses sometimes to see the numbers, but we knew this was going to be a classic. This has been a tremendous football game. Big crowd on it, as you can see, with social distancing. It's 1st and 10 now. Wildcats are going to run this clock out. There's 1:54 to play. Again, they're up 34-27. And it's a simple handoff to number 23, Epi Hinojosa. He'll pick up about 6. And the Buccaneers are going to call their final timeout of the game. So with 1:40 to play, the Wildcats, if they can get one more first down, that will do it. Miller jumped out to a 20-0 lead. Calallen then stormed back with 20 unanswered points of their own to tie the game at 20 all. And that's where we stand now at 34-27. So, Jeff, I will toss it back to you in the studio, and we'll come back for more updates.
Yeah, no, I don't see no. I don't see that.
All right, so back to our audience on KDF. as we joined our Chris 6 viewers there for a little while. And Jeff will be doing highlights of this game and highlights of others. So let's see what happens here. Boy, second down now for Calallen. Ethan Salinas in at quarterback. Epi Hinojosa with a big run. This could do it. Down to the 30. That's another first down, and they can run out the clock.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be it with the 30-second play clock. That's not enough time. Even if Miller gets to the stops, that this game is over, and we're going to give it to Calallen on the win.
Yeah, they can go into victory formation now. 34-27. Wildcats done a tremendous job. And Miller played a great game, too. There's no doubt. I mean, we knew they would, and they played their heart out tonight. So the Wildcats are going to win this football game. They're going to go to 2-0 in district play. They'll remain, at least for now, a share of first place. So the game lived up to the hype. I know a lot of people felt like we made this into the game of the century, but we knew it was going to be a close game because these are two very good teams. Bragging rights on the line. And again, Miller had never beaten Calallen before. They really felt like this was the best chance they had coming in was tonight.
And if you're a Miller fan, those turnovers, you're going to see them tonight in your nightmares because they had great drives that all got ended in Calallen's zone with a turnover. You had the interception at the end of the first half. You had the bad snap that led to the turnover on third down, and then you had the first down catch that was dropped for a fumble, and each of those was a momentum killer for the Buccaneers, and Calallen takes advantage of that, and now they're walking away with the win on Friday night.
All right, 27 seconds left. This will be the final play of the game. There it is. Ethan Salinas leads the comeback tonight after Tarek Hickman is injured, and he does a wonderful job of leading the Wildcats here late in the ball game. And they come back to win this game. Remember, they were down 20-0 and outscore the Buccaneers 34-7 down the stretch. So a huge win for the Wildcats. And I need to find out if they want to come back to me on the Friday Night Fever for a quick update. We're going to leave it here until we get word